A shooter like me. Hey, it's the Bennington Show on Vote Tuesday. Gail's already wearing her cool button.
Yes, I voted.
You did your citizen's deed today. I noticed you're the only person wearing an I voted. I didn't put my button on. But, Joe, you got yours.
I got mine right here in my folder.
Oh, nice.
Who'd you vote for, Joe?
I was feeling the burn this morning.
I see.
Oh, Burning Man, eh?
Yeah.
I was going to vote for Bernie, but some guys out in front of the thing gave me $75 to vote for Trump. So I'm like, for 75, you got it.
You got it, mister.
Bernie drew big crowds all around the NYC, but supposedly he's going to get trounced tonight.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be closer than anticipated, but I don't think that it will be a win for him.
But even if it isn't, even if it's close, it doesn't pick up a lot of delegates that he needs, blah, blah, blah. I mean, none of his fans want to believe this, but unless the FBI comes in and indicts Hillary, and even then she won't quit. You know what I mean? She'll serve from jail if she has to.
She's like, I can do this, believe me.
To serve from jail.
Bum, 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 ba-dum.
My emails. Anyway, but there is a lot of excitement. Normally, by this time, both races are settled. And they pretty much were this time for New York, but at least we got some ads. The America ad.
Was fun to get ads.
Yeah, it was fun to get ads. It was nice. But big crowds for Hill. Trump didn't even try too hard in our area.
No, I think
he already knew he
was
had
like,
it.
I got this.
I got this going away.
I'm not going to waste another dollar on this.
Yeah. Brian and Raleigh, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, you guys?
Hey.
Calling because I value your opinion in many areas, including music.
You should.
Indeed. My best friend passed away this past weekend, and his wife has asked me to play a song at his funeral. Just kind of sitting there playing guitar. Wondering if you had any good ideas of great songs.
So you're going to play it?
Yeah.
All right. So what you want to do is just destroy the room. That's what you want to do. You know what I mean? Not a dry eye in the house. Do you guys have any favorite performers before you? Because that's the kind of stuff if it reminds people.
We had a bunch. I mean, that was one of the things that really connected me to this guy was music. But I'm sitting here at a loss because, songs that you love and you talk about are very different from, hey, what would you want played at your funeral?
Absolutely. You don't want to suddenly start playing Turning Japanese because you guys fucking loved it.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
That's My Bitch Up was his favorite song.
The go-to song, I think, is Into the Mystic by the great Van Morrison because it's about, eternity. But did you guys even have like a favorite performer together?
Oh, man, not really. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm a big Van Halen and Queen guy. He was a big Rush guy. And,
all right. Well, Van Halen, I mean, to me, if you hit, and you got to slow it down, but Running with the Devil, I think,
like an acoustic, slow.
I live my life like there's no tomorrow. In this case, there isn't.
Lose it up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the artist today was Warren Zevon, so Keep Me in Your Heart for a while.
Yeah.
Destroy the place.
That crossed my mind. Yeah,
Destroy the
that
place.
Would definitely tear the place apart.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, the song that I played yesterday, the Tom Waits song, Come On Up to the House, is about returning.
Oh, I literally thought he wanted somebody to come to his house.
No.
All right. I'm learning new stuff. All right, so we gave you two good ones,
Yeah.
How old was your buddy?
You know what? He was 38 years old.
Oh, man, that's so rough.
Yeah, it was a horrible situation. And, so listening to you guys helps, so I appreciate it very much.
Okay, my friend.
Have a good one.
Best of luck with it.
Thanks.
Bye. Eric, what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to say Kashmir is beloved down here at the Montrose area of Houston. He's a god.
Yeah, I know. I'm hearing a lot of good things about him.
And I hope to God that he voted for Bernie Sanders. You just got to vote for the Bernie Sanders. You gotta.
All right, can we all just admit something on this Bernie Sanders thing? Larry David isn't even trying. He's just doing an old Jew. He's not even trying to capture Bernie. And I'm going to leave it at that.
No, he didn't. He had it already down, so he didn't have to work at it. He was just like, I'll just come at this with what I already have.
I'm just going to do every old Jew I've ever met. By the way, I'm just going to point this out. I don't know whether any of you guys have ever seen this, but on my way in the cab today, I stopped at a corner. There was a lot of brouhaha, and I witnessed a citizen's arrest.
Bullshit.
What?
Yeah, I've never seen one before. But two guys tackled and were holding another guy for a citizen's arrest.
Oh my God. That is crazy. What was it? Theft, do you think?
I wasn't privy to it all because I was from the cab, but I did. And there was a crowd around and I rolled down the window and I yelled out, citizens arrest, citizens arrest.
I know that you say that while you're doing it.
But
I know that much.
I'm going to either guess victim or criminal because I have no idea what was happening. He was also attempting to call 911. So everybody wanted a 911 there.
I didn't think that really happened to citizens arrest.
I know someone who citizens arrested someone, but I was not present for it. But it was at SUNY Purchase campus, and there were some thefts going around. And there was a kid there who was a squatter. So he was just like, he was kind of like a dreadlocked white dude who was kind of, always hanging around, kind of selling drugs or whatever. But he lived on campus, and he was the guy who saw it happen. So it was like a serial situation. He was the one who saw him exiting with a bunch of stuff, and he tackled him and held him there until the police came and took a bunch of knocks to the face, had one of those really horrible bloodshot eyes. Mm-hmm. And then the school's like, you may stay. We are aware that you are a squatter, but we're going to look the other way on this because you caught the thief.
Why didn't they give him a tent?
It's bullshit. They kicked me out. They keep squatter. Let's fucking stay.
Well, because you were a drug dealer, Chris.
Yeah. You're the kind of people he was catching.
I was just caught with some drugs.
Chris was selling what you would say a side dish of mushrooms. Is mushrooms a side dish or
if you have them sautéed with a little garlic? Yeah, you can.
But I put them on top of a steak, not next to.
As a very filling garnish, almost.
A filling garnish,
kind of like a condiment.
I'll say this next time I'm at a restaurant. What are the filling garnishes that you have today?
I don't want just a couple leaves. I want something that I can also eat along with the food.
Sometimes they'll treat onion rings like it's a filling garnish.
Oh yeah,
they'll put 3 on top, onion rings on top.
I love that.
And then I'll say, is this supposed to be a side dish or a filling garnish? So much excitement in the city today. Now, there was a big brouhaha with Hillary, just call me Hill Clinton. She was on one of the hip-hop stations, I'm guessing. And they said to her, what is something that you always have in your purse? And she replied to the African Americans, hot sauce.
God damn it.
Always has hot sauce in her purse.
Hot sauce in her bag swag.
Now, Chris is acting like a lot of the people today. What's your beef there?
That she's lying. That she does not keep hot sauce in her bag at all times. Bullshit.
A lot
now,
of people
why? Because she's white?
I don't see her as a woman even having much in her bag, let alone having fucking hot sauce in there, taking up room. And because she's white.
Why? First of all, why wouldn't she have stuff in her bag? She's a person.
Every person has stuff in their bag.
She's not Kim Kardashian. She doesn't. She's not followed by a million.
You don't think she has a brush and some makeup in there?
I'm saying she has all that stuff.
But no hot sauce.
No hot sauce.
That stuff's taking up valuable real estate. And they're
She has a big bag. She's older.
Yeah.
Older women like a big bag.
Oh, yeah.
Know what else about older women? They can't handle hot sauce in every meal. So she's lying.
All right. Now, first of all, here's a couple things to remember. She lived in Arkansas for a long time. So the people in Arkansas basically eat what we would consider a soul food diet. They're, eating Southern food. 2, they had reporters on Morning Joe who have followed her for 20 years and said, yes, they have seen her reach into her bag and use hot sauce. As a matter of fact, I would go the exact opposite of you and say more older people use hot sauce because their taste buds are weaker.
Also, the older you are as a woman, the more likely you're going to carry around any sort of thing that you would like to add to your food.
Well, the thing about hot sauce is people like their hot sauce.
Right.
If you're in a diner and you say, "Can I have some hot sauce?" They'll bring over Tabasco. Yeah. And if you're a hot sauce person, they've just brought you something that means nothing to you.
Yeah, that's just like tingly vinegar. That's not a real hot sauce.
Yeah, it's best on your heavy garnishes, I believe. Is that what we were calling? Was that what we were calling them?
Yes,
I forget.
or a filling garnish.
It's the best on your filling garnish. But besides all that, these reporters who are, they're not necessarily nice people going around and try to save, get saves. They'd rather laugh at the candidate. They were saying on Morning Joe, I've been with her for, since her husband ran in 92. I've seen the hot sauce come out of the purse.
I understand she's from the South. I get the soul food thing. But she hasn't been in the South for a long time. And it feels to me like these reporters are plants.
It feels to me
that these reporters are plants by the Clinton organization. Look, she goes to Yankees games. She goes to Mets games. You can't trust her. She's a chameleon. She goes on a hip-hop station and says she has hot sauce in her bag at all times.
Chris, listen.
Yeah.
As someone who is invited to the cookout, me and Hillary invited to the cookout, I think you're jealous of that status, and you don't understand it. Because you're not.
He can't afford hot sauce.
God, no. Steal some from Chipotle if I want some. She's lying. She went on a urban radio show.
All you have to do is watch how quick she says hot sauce, though. So she did not take a moment. Hey, what would these black people want to know? No one is going to be prepped for what do you carry in your purse. First of all, it's a stupid question.
It is.
That you always carry with you. Hot sauce.
Now, stop it right there. Look how quick that was. Hot sauce.
Hot sauce was right there for her, Chris.
Because she has a team of people telling her what to say.
There was no team of people around her. No one is going to say, if someone said to me, what do you keep in your jacket pocket?
Cigarettes.
I would say a small cigar, lighter, clip.
Yeah.
That's it. No one would be able to prep. Oh, by the way, you're going on this show, so make sure you bring up smoking a cigar.
Let's also go over your favorite colors.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't think that they didn't have a list of questions to give her before she came on that show?
I know they didn't. Why would they? This is not a big deal, and she's already wrapped up New York.
Yeah.
And by the way, she's already wrapped up the black vote. This is Bernie's big problem. He can't get a single black person to vote for him. You watch those things. He draws like Coldplay. All right? His audience is a Coldplay audience.
Yeah, she doesn't need to pander to the black vote.
But she feels like she has to. I feel like she feels like she has.
She's already done the Black Lives Matter. No one else is going to do that gimmick. She has them. They're brass in pocket. The only way she ever lost that, no Clinton ever lost it until Barack Obama. And then they're like, Hillary, I'm sorry. Your husband wasn't really black. We just said that.
And that's why she's freaked out, because she lost it last time. So now
she's freaked out. She's dead.
Now she's going out there fucking lying about hot sauce of all things.
She puts
you're not even attempting to.
She puts that shit on everything. Come on, Chris.
Yes, she does.
Doubt it. Maybe once or twice.
By the way, you're being fucking racist by saying only blacks enjoy hot sauce. That's a racist statement.
First of all, I think that's crazy because most of the people I know who are like really into their hot sauce are white males, and they talk about it like they're connoisseurs of it. They talk about it like it's wine.
I know plenty of guys, particularly those past the age of 40, who need hot sauce on everything.
It's flavor.
And they are white. Chris is also of like, only black people eat fried chicken and watermelon, rather than the fact that every American eats that.
Because it's delicious.
Matter of fact, I'd love to see the numbers on hot sauce, because I doubt there's not anything sold more than hot sauce in terms of like breaking it down. You got like 4-alarm, 5-alarm. I would say like they're the exact same as the beers, where everybody feels like they could start their own hot sauce thing and start selling it out of their garage.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know any of them are like, how do I market to black people? They're just thinking, I'm selling my hot sauce. Hot sauce is great. Now, there are racists like Chris Stanley.
There are. They're everywhere.
First of all, and you're the worst kind of racist.
How?
Food racist.
That's the worst kind?
Yeah.
Do you know I have, and I did this on the show, 2 black friends of mine both said they would never eat a watermelon in public. And I'm like, why not? And they're like, because people would laugh.
That's a shame.
That's ridiculous. You ever run into an Italian? Oh, I'm never going to be caught eating spaghetti in public.
They'll only eat it in public. It's my pleasure.
And then they yell at anyone who cuts it. What are you doing? What are you, baby? Chris, your racism, I understand if you don't like Hillary Clinton. Everybody has the right to vote. By the way, I'm just going to get this out of the way. Chris lied about voting today. He lied and told Gail that he voted. And then I looked at him, and I could always see right through his fucking lying eyes. And I go, he did not vote. And then you admitted the truth. Why would you lie?
Why did you lie to me? There was no reason.
I just felt like, say that I wanted to be part of the voting process here in New York City.
You were trying to look cool in front of me. I said, check it out. And I showed you my I voted sticker. And then I said, did you vote yet this morning? And you're like, yeah, I did.
Yeah. Yep. Voted.
Why would you lie to me? I believed you, Chris. That's so sick and weird.
It's not weird.
Jason, South Dakota.
It is weird.
Good morning, buddies. Hey, I don't normally do this, but I'm on side with Chris Stanley, Ronnie. I think you're 100% wrong. As a master of the Carney roof trick, I think you're having a wool pull over your eyes by Hillary.
Why would anyone get someone to vote for them because they have, say that they eat hot sauce? It would not sway a single vote.
Because she wants to seem like a regular person. She wants to just appeal to people.
A regular person or what, Chris? A regular black person.
Regular black person.
There's nothing this motherfucker doesn't do that hasn't been planned out. I guarantee that.
Who's going to vote for her because she eats hot sauce?
It's not even like she said a particular hot sauce.
See, if she would have said a particular hot sauce, that would have fucking made it more believable. Not just like generic hot sauce.
I wish she would have went into her purse.
Connoisseur.
That's what should have happened.
I gotta have my Tabasco.
You would have just said, Chris, they staged it into her purse. You're not going to believe her.
No, there's nothing.
All because her husband banged an intern once or twice. I don't know how many times.
A number of times.
That's their business. That's got nothing to do with nobody.
Yeah.
I never bring that up. I'm just talking about hot sauce.
Really, Chris?
Do you eat hot sauce?
No, not a fan of hot sauce.
So then this is just something you don't understand, and you have decided it's only specific to a certain race.
I understand the concept of putting hot sauce on food because you like the taste. I don't, personally. I don't need that. I get too much heartburn. But yeah, I get people that want to put hot sauce on.
You need Prevacid.
I probably should eat that.
Eat that.
It. It's not a snack, Chris.
Some pills to eat.
At one point, did you say hot sauce?
Possibly.
Thinks Prevacid is a filling garnish. Just top that with a couple Prevacid.
Sprinkle some pills on that food. Thanks.
Wordy Turdy said my hot sauce is like my coffee.
Ooh.
Hicks is being racist and sexist. What's next? Homophobia? He's already got that.
Too late. He's already done it.
Ezra said hot sauce is what Chris calls his pit sweat. There's a lot of that. Let's see the pits today. Yep.
Even through the light color shirts. Yeah. It's really bad. Yeah. Well, it's see-through now.
God.
Ryan said it was even more uncomfortable when she said, I loves me some hot sauce and started tap dancing. First of all, blacks haven't tap danced in quite some time.
Now that person's the racist, not me.
What is the big dance that we did at the Super Bowl? What's that called, Vito?
The dab?
Yeah, we dab now.
Dab.
That's what we do.
All we do is dab.
And we got that hot sauce in our bags way.
No, we don't.
All right, so there's one leader that's taking some shit. On the other side, and listen to this and see if you can guess what the future president, Donald, I think it's J. Trump or is it T. Trump? T-Rump.
T-Rump.
Anyway, listen to the little faux pas that he had as Vito goes out of his way to find it. Here we go. Take a listen.
Police and our firemen down in 7-Eleven, down at the World Trade Center right after it came down.
our police and our firemen down in 7-Eleven, down the World Trade Center.
Let's just stop it there. So now, instead of saying that the man made a mistake, he's acting like the police and the firemen were down at 7-Eleven getting some fresh donuts and not doing their job.
We were down there getting big gulps. How? How do you do it?
7-Eleven.
Anybody could make that kind of mistake.
It could happen.
We do it all the time here.
Yeah.
He's under a microscope right now.
Oh my God.
So he said the police and firemen down there at 7-Eleven.
All right, getting some Slim Jims.
All right, dude. That's racist.
I can't believe you would say that.
No one in history has ever eaten a 7-Eleven hot dog. That's a fucking fact. Same ones are in there that were there when you were a little kid, just spinning and getting more and more wrinkled.
Which is so dried.
Oh, just the thought of that.
Just becoming jerky.
They serve pizza.
That's probably what they eventually do. Just fucking put it in the jerky bag and off you go.
Hot dog jerky.
Taquitos are popular.
That actually is not a bad idea. By the way, a lot of people make jerky too at their own house and try to sell it.
Oh, yeah.
I met 1 million.
Yeah.
Get a nice food dehydrator.
And people are like, to me, hey, would you like us to send you some jerky? I'm going, yeah, because I'm taking a horse across the desert to eventually hit the coast.
The dry goods.
How long does it take jerky to move through your system?
I don't think it does. I think it just stays there.
That's a terrible thing to say.
It just stays. How could your body fucking process this?
Up on CNN right now, they said the New Jersey primary, a key race for the first time in years. It's amazing. You know what else is amazing? How little you ever hear about the president, Barack Obama. It's so rare to see anything on the news about the president. It's about everybody else.
I know, especially now. He's in sleepy time.
Oh, I saw a thing yesterday that I only hope is true, and Lord knows, but the Enquirer seems to be the only people who try to look into the past of Ted Cruz. I don't know why that gets a laugh. They showed a picture, or they're putting it out, that claims it's Ted Cruz's Cuban-born dad in 1962 or 63, hanging out with Oswald.
What? Are you kidding me?
No, is this up on the iBank today?
This is crazy.
So, shit. Hopefully, this is 100% true, and Ted Cruz has been brainwashed his entire life to become the president of the United States, to use it for, I don't know, pro-Cuban reasons.
Oh my God. He's been like manicured this whole time.
Yeah, what's that movie?
Manchurian Candidate?
Yeah, with Frank Sinatra, Manchurian Candidate. Later, I think, with Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Was Denzel the Manchurian Candidate?
I thought Liev Schreiber was the Manchurian Candidate.
Was Denzel stopping him?
Yeah, Denzel was stopping the Manchurian Candidate.
He yells out. Denzel.
7-Eleven. Denzel.
I understand Trump.
You can't judge him.
Exactly.
You can't judge him. For the same reason you shouldn't judge Hillary.
Hillary's getting judged all day.
Because she's a woman? Sexist?
Because she's a liar.
God.
Because she's a liar.
Because all women are liars?
Just her.
I don't care for that.
HQ said September 7, it's a common mistake. Well, it's not a common mistake, and he wasn't trying to say September 11. He was trying to say 9/11, and he fucked up. But he only made a mistake. That's all.
Yeah, we're just having a laugh.
I'm sure everyone get off his back.
Now, Jessica said in your thing, I got hot sauce in my bag swag, which a lot of people are bringing up. But I think it would, first of all, Beyonce did not come up with people carrying hot sauce around.
She's making a reference to something that is already...
Now, let's also say this to Chris. Does Beyonce put a hot sauce in her bag, or is this her way of playing to black people?
No, I say she puts hot sauce in her bag.
Because she's black.
Right, but she's
That's
also...
fucking racism.
She's also famous.
Yes.
And you had the same idea of like, oh, I bet she doesn't have anything in her purse.
Well, she has someone carrying her purse around for her.
That's still
she
your
has
purse.
Assistance.
Yeah, but that's still your purse
I understand. I'm sure she has hot sauce in her bag.
I have brought hot sauce to a diner before because I knew that all they had was Tabasco.
What do you put on?
I've also brought
hot sauce on. Don't say eggs.
No, not on regular eggs, but they do like breakfast burritos.
Okay.
But I've also put, I don't know what race this goes with, maple syrup in my bag when I go to diners because I don't like fake maple syrup.
I agree with that 100%, but I just say don't go to a place that doesn't have real maple syrup because if they don't have real maple syrup, they probably, are probably throwing sawdust and everything.
I know, it's true, but it's like one of those cheap kind of classic diners and they do really good waffles, but they've got the disgusting sugary fake maple syrup.
Have you ever asked if you could have real maple syrup there?
I just assumed that they didn't have it. Maybe I could have requested, but instead I silently take out my... Yeah, like I just really
I'll
awkwardly...
slap mine right down. Vito put up something, I believe, about breakfast around the world. And most breakfast around the world, I don't think Americans could get up and eat in the morning.
No. I mean, I would not like to admit this, but I have been conditioned to love breakfast.
Yes.
And a big breakfast, maybe not maybe not during the week, but certainly on weekends.
Right.
A big breakfast or a big brunch is a great thing. And when I went to Italy, this was a very weird experience for me. They don't really do breakfast and they don't really care about it. Breakfast there is like a little espresso and then either a croissant or a nice roll. That's it. And you got to wait for a big lunch. It drove me nuts.
I would get up so late.
And I was there for a month, and I was just like, I haven't had breakfast in a month.
I can't see it from over here, Chris, so give us some of these breakfasts.
Okay, so in New Zealand, it's mostly plums. They eat a lot of plums. Seriously, plum sauce, plum jams.
Don't get upset. Fucking present, dude. No one's saying you're doing it wrong. We laughed at them. But you're the presenter now, not the lunatic.
All right. That looks like plums like 7 ways.
Yes. It's only plums. All right. Maybe one day I'll get up and go, I'll have some plums. But the second day, I'm like, you fuckers got to have some eggs somewhere. All right. What else, Chris?
All right. In Australia, they eat a lot of eggplant and toast for when they're eating their breakfast.
I don't want eggplant in the morning.
That's really strange.
I don't.
Keep going.
And so they also have the South Pole, what the scientists eat, and they mostly eat eggs covered in olive oil because it preserves the eggs.
Yeah, we can't go by the South Pole. That's not real.
That's made up.
Yeah, that's like saying place. Space what they eat for breakfast. When they get home, they're going to eat eggs and bacon. Okay.
All right. In China, one of the common breakfasts is sheep's placenta.
That sounds good.
This could be good.
How many sheep's placentas do they have?
They have a lot of sheep.
Yeah, I know, but they don't get tons of placenta. One sheep is going to have a placenta a year.
Like, you're lucky if you get one sheep placenta a week. I'd be shocked.
But here's the thing. If a sheep, they have a bunch of babies, right?
Yeah.
Does it all come in one placenta or they each have their own placenta?
I think you've got one big placenta where everything's getting filtered through.
All right, so you have a family-sized placenta.
Yeah.
I just don't think you're getting a lot of it. Go ahead, Chris.
All right. In India, they have dosa, which is very very thin bread, like crispy bread, and very cream-based sauces.
Now, I love a dosa, and I love all the fun sauces that they do in India. But I don't want that for breakfast. I'll wait for lunch for my dosa.
It's like paper. The dosa, it's just too thin.
I think it's delicious. It's just not breakfast.
But, here's the deal. Let's even look at the United States. Breakfast must be fairly new to us. Those pioneers or revolutionary dudes, they must have been having leftover stew for breakfast. They weren't getting up and going, we have specific foods. Because they were just thinking... Do we have enough food to make it through a winter?
Right. They're going, we have some leftover stew. No, something like fun for breakfast, different from yesterday.
No, this is it. And don't eat too much, because we're also having it for lunch and then later dinner.
Where does our breakfast come from then? Cowboy breakfast? But
how would
bacon?
Cowboys have had eggs before they didn't have chickens with them. Cowboys must have gotten up and had fucking Slim Jims for breakfast.
And beans,
beans were, you didn't need to refrigerate.
Yeah.
So beans was always an easy thing to have around. Chris, don't struggle with this. Be the guy who presents.
And in Rwanda, they have a lack of food, so it's mostly just some fruit and something they call hot coffee, which is just a flavorless hot drink, which has no sugar to it.
So you're saying it's water?
It's kind of like hot water, and it's like
why don't they have coffee there? I know there's Ethiopian coffees.
Yeah, why can't they have their own nice coffee?
Does anybody eat a normal American breakfast? And what do people do? I know in Canada,
right?
They do.
They do in Canada, and it's not normal, but to us, but it's similar in quantity. Is like the English breakfast, Irish breakfast, Scottish breakfast, which is eggs, but then they get weird with it because then there's like a stewed tomato and some beans on there.
So that answers for you where the American breakfast came from. It comes from those places.
Okay.
The Irish, the English, the Scots, what we call in this country, white people. Once we got here, instead of breaking it down, we're just like, well, we're just white people. You know, we're not going to brag about specifics.
Yeah.
Just going to run everyone down.
Everyone's got a basic complexion.
Our breakfast in this country must be based on this. Now, they don't have pancakes over there. So that's got to be, I mean, you would think like oatmeal, you get where that would come from.
Yeah,
it's dry, you can keep it, make a big thing of oatmeal. Everybody can, bowl up and make it happen.
Yeah, I feel like porridge has been going strong for a while.
Porridge, you're right. That's
oatmeal.
Another English gimmick. And if you call it porridge over here, you're mocked.
Yeah.
Bonnie McFarlane, in her book, when she came to New York, set up some porridge. And everybody at the place laughed and pointed at her and made her feel bad.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, because she didn't know.
Porridge is kind of a cuter word, though.
Well, to me, it's something that only bears would eat. That's my big problem with it. Is porridge exactly? You got that nice and shook up over there. Is porridge the exact same thing as oatmeal, though? Seems like it's thicker to me.
I think that it's got to be pretty similar. It's got to be oat based with some cream or something.
C-Stan, do you ever eat breakfast?
No. I'll have like a Red Bull and smoke a cigarette, but I never eat breakfast.
And then Fridays, you have a buttered roll.
Yeah, that's my breakfast days of Friday.
What about weekends? Do you do a big breakfast on the weekend?
I like brunch.
What do you eat at brunch? Liquor?
Liquor and chicken and waffles is usually the thing they eat.
Okay. Looks like somebody judged Hillary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no. Because
you're pandering to the black listeners
you really
right
do
now.
Try to pander.
I never pander.
Now, by the way, anybody who's never had chicken and waffles, you're insane because it's fantastic.
It's maybe one of the best food combinations
ever.
There is.
Although I think of it, I would never have it for breakfast. You know what I mean?
It's brunch.
It's brunch.
You wouldn't want to wake up first thing.
No, you only can't every day get up and
go to work.
Frying chicken. Just how long it takes. Jesus Christ.
It would be late.
Finish the goddamn chicken. Now, do you eat a breakfast every day, Joey?
Every day. I love it. Love it. Love it.
What do you have?
I typically will have like a breakfast burrito or hash browns. I'm always eating a banana. That's kind of my thing in the morning.
Pandering. Now, where do you make it yourself or do you buy it on the street?
I usually buy it when I get here.
Where at?
Work. I'll go to Pratt. I'll go to this nice breakfast diner over near Herald Square.
What's the name? Herald Square.
It's not near.
Yeah.
Here.
Near Tony's Diner. But I
do you
bike.
know that we're nowhere near Herald Square?
Yeah, I know, but I bike into work.
Oh, so
you bike from Brooklyn every day?
Yeah. Now that the weather's nice, I've been biking.
How long does that take?
First of all, where do you keep your bike?
I lock it up at the bottom of on 48th. There's a bike rack down there.
All right, here's what we need you to do. You got to scope your ride.
All right.
Yeah.
Because what do you? Is that like a 5-mile trip?
Yeah, it's like 45 minutes. About 5 miles, 5.5 miles.
That's all I asked.
We need to get you a GoPro.
Yeah, you got to GoPro that shit up.
Hell yeah.
What do? You wash your ass before you come in here?
I'll sometimes go to Planet Fitness and shower there, then come back.
That is not what your gym membership is for.
Just to shower it out again. But he just rode for 5 miles. Give him something. What do you pay in your Planet Fitness?
Well, I'm a Black Card member. It's a little bit more expensive.
Pandering.
It's $20 a month, but I get tanning booth access, massage chair access, and I can bring a guest.
Why is it only $20?
That's
Every other
great.
place is really expensive in here.
What's in that gym? Anything, or is it just a fucking room for $20 a month?
Yeah,
it's just a shower stall. Is what he's paying for.
That's great.
Yeah,
$20 a month.
Yeah, most New York places run closer to $100 a month.
Equinox is $200 a month.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's their gimmick. They want you to pay a low membership and then hope you don't come. So they get a lot of members. Like, I'm only paying $10 a month.
Well, no one ever shows up for anything. Right. No matter what you buy. Only about 5% of the people show up every day. And they're considered like weirdos.
Like their first week of saying, okay, I'm going to start exercising.
In January.
Yeah.
January's packed.
I hate the gym in January.
Of course, that's the other fucking important thing to say.
Not enough shower room.
Vito, you a breakfast guy or you just watch wrestling?
Yes, I eat breakfast. I'll make myself during the week. I'll have a little oatmeal with a slice of toast. That's my weekday breakfast.
Carbon up.
And then on the weekends, I'll party out, and I'll have a nice little 3-egg omelet.
By yourself or you hit the streets for that?
By myself.
What do you put in your omelet?
Depends what I'm in the mood for. Broccoli's a normal one. Sometimes I switch up cheeses. I really like a goat cheese omelet. I love goat cheese. It's my favorite of the cheeses.
Goat cheese is your favorite cheese? Bullshit.
Yeah,
what are you saying?
I love goat
You think everyone
he's pandering to now? Goats?
Or Greeks? There's a lot of Greeks out there. I like this kid.
I've never heard anyone say goat cheese is their favorite
Why
cheese.
not?
It's a very specific cheese. Some people really like goat cheese. What's so weird about that?
There's whole parts of the world that only know goat cheese.
Well, that's the problem. They should know other. Get with some cheddar.
Julie, Indiana.
Yes. First of all, I love you guys.
Thanks.
Secondly, have you ever heard of red-eyed gravy? Now, from Florida, you might have heard of it.
Yeah.
Red-eyed gravy.
Okay. Red-eyed gravy is where you take a cast iron skillet after you cook bacon in it, take out the bacon, you pour in coffee, and then you dip your biscuits in it. And
See, I heard of it with pork chops and not bacon.
I've heard bacon, but you think it's good because it's coffee and bacon. It's god awful. It's terrible. Don't try it.
Don't try it.
But you've made me want to try it. I like coffee and bacon.
No, don't do it.
I'm going to do it.
Don't do it.
All right, thanks. Eric in Wyoming.
Yeah, I got a question. How out of shape is Joe that it takes him 45 minutes to bike 5 miles?
Oh, shit.
Well, dude, first of all, he's fighting Brooklyn and Manhattan traffic, which is crazy. And you're riding over what? The Brooklyn Bridge?
Well, Williamsburg Bridge.
Bridge. So he's going over a bridge to do it. It would take you that long to drive a car every morning from Brooklyn to...
I guess I'm just comparing. I mean, I do almost 20 miles in an hour, out here on a bike path.
Great.
So that's
but he's getting a red light every block.
I mean, he's not like the bike messengers that just ignore him and blow through him.
Well, if they do, believe me, one of the deadliest jobs in New York is bike messenger. I hope you're not just doing that shit because those cops will kill you.
No, and you can't wear headphones either because there's too much traffic. You don't want to get hit.
I think it's crazy when I see people.
I need
do
to buy a helmet still.
No.
Oh my God, Joe!
Yeah, I know.
He's gonna end up with a ghost bike on the corner.
I don't have a problem with that. I'll be able to. We got to come up with what song we want to play for him.
Yeah.
I want to do "Keep Me on Your Bike" for a while.
Love
it. Or "Tits and Dragons."
Oh, that would be great.
Love that too.
We do it real slow down though.
He died like he lived.
Did you guys watch the finale for Better Call Saul last night?
Yes, I did.
Yep.
I did not.
All right, so no spoilers. What did you think of the season, Chris?
I didn't like. I thought it was a little lackluster.
I wanted to fucking choke Jimmy last night. He makes me nuts.
When he.
Yeah. Here's the deal: if you have a family member that treats you like shit, just get away from them. Stop trying to be some fucking hero. Your fucking brother loves Squiggy more than he loves you. Because I saw that guy treat Squiggy like... Squiggy never did a goddamn good thing in his life. And he was great to him. Now he can't be that way for Slip and Jimmy. So that drives me nuts. 2, and I honestly mean this, I don't know if any of us would still be watching this show, as good as all the acting is, and as good as the writing is, if we didn't already know it was a prequel. They're so boxed in by not being... They introduce characters in dangerous situations, and no one's going to be killed because they all show up in the next show.
Like the Mike scene. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
It's like, we all know.
We get it. He's not a fucking killer yet, but we know that he will be. Who do you think put the thing there?
I think it was
the Chicken Man. Who else is it going to be?
Nacho?
No, the Chicken Man that he ended up working for because that was his guy.
Yeah.
So, a lot of these things, it's a great show, but they've got themselves so boxed in, and we all know that they're boxed in. That's what drives me nuts.
Yeah, that's a problem. Well, it's a problem in this case. It's a problem when you have a character that's too much of a hero that you know that you can't lose them. If they're constantly being put in harm's way, you're always going to know that they're getting out of it.
It probably would have been a better show if he didn't show up to New Mexico until the third or fourth season or something. You know what I mean? If all this took place somewhere else.
Yeah, in Chicago, wherever he's from.
Chicago, Arizona, what do I give a shit? You know what I mean? Wherever he's doing this. But they're so boxed in that I would love to show this show to somebody who's never seen the first show and have them go, what the fuck is going on? Because that's how I was the first season. But I think the second season, after seeing it, it's really driving me crazy. Having said that, it's great acting. It's great writing.
Yeah.
But the storyline, it's too boxed in. But, try watching Talking Saul after, when everybody's a genius and everything's great.
Yeah. Very positive.
That show's an infomercial.
It fucking is.
Because I'd be like, dudes, who gives a shit whether this girl fucking works in the mailroom or upstairs? I don't care.
I kind of hate Kim. I kind of hate her.
She's great. She's a great actor.
Just the character. It's like, I don't care what happens.
Well, because nothing big happens to her. She's like your girlfriend coming home talking about how shitty work is. You're like, yeah, I know. You ought to quit that place. There isn't much you can say other than that.
And just how stupid Jimmy was. I was watching it happen, I was like, oh, come on.
Well, I know you don't know this because you don't have relatives, but I think a lot of times we are stupid with our relatives. But yeah, for me to go, don't say it, you're being fucking taped somehow. Oh shit, I just gave that away. A lot of people are pissed about Joe fucking driving so slow on his bike.
It's safety first, guys. I don't want him zipping through traffic. Joe, don't listen to them.
Yeah, there's tons of traffic. They have special bike lights for bicyclists that are green, red, and yellow.
I didn't even know that. I don't pay attention to that shit. I know this. Even with the bike lane, I pull over on a cab and fucking open up the thing. All the time, bikes are almost hitting it. Yeah. And they're like, fuck you. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about the bike lane. Don't mean shit to me.
I'm in a car.
This is where I got to get out of this fucking cab. Not stepping out in the fucking traffic. The bikes may work in Portland and Chicago, places that are spread out.
Right.
They do not work in the city of Manhattan.
Well, I was talking to someone who was from Madison, and they have their bike lanes are a whole bike system where there's like a red line and a blue line. Anyone could take a bike and go to work, and it's all set up, and then you don't think about cars at all. But here, it's crazy. We cannot live in harmony, cars and bikes.
No, there's no room for the bikes in this city. And bike messengers do blow right through. Bike delivery guys, they blow right through, and they're fucking dangerous to pedestrians and drivers. They're not. It doesn't work here. That's why I want you to elect me, Bernie Sanders. I only take $25 a piece from everybody. They're still blowing their money. Mark in Jersey.
Hey, Bennington.
Hey.
I wanted to see what you think, because the way that they ended it, I'm not going to blow it up, but it makes it seem like, if they could save some time and get to Saul right at the beginning there next season. I wanted to see if you guys think that they're going to do that.
Dude, I couldn't believe they didn't do it by the first season. That's the thing that's driving me nuts.
We all thought it was going to happen at the beginning of the second season when he breaks bad or whatever at the end of the first one.
You just said breaks bad.
I know. I'm such a dick. I feel like an asshole saying that.
But you also threw little quotes up and said whatever. So you had zero confidence.
By the way, those quotes were only for us.
Yeah.
No one else could see this.
Those air quotes, everyone.
Why don't you say, quote, breaks bad, unquote? Because I hate when people say, quote, unquote, breaks bad. Like, what? You're not fucking putting your quote unquote over on that side, on the left.
Yeah, you need to bookend that.
Bookend that. Yeah.
Bad grammar.
Quote unquote.
Cruz Beckham, who is Victoria Beckham's son, along with David Beckham, named after Ted Cruz, next president of the United States. The word is he's a future celebrity.
He's going to be celebrity.
Do you love this kid?
Look at how adorable he is.
Well, why wouldn't he be? Look at his parents.
I know.
You know what I mean? But can I just say this? Compare his parents with Joe's parents. You see what I'm saying? It's not fair.
Do you understand?
This kid's adorable. All right, go ahead and play it a little bit.
I got my ticket for the long way round. You got a whiskey for the way.
All right, hold on, stop it. You just called a little boy a jerk off.
Yeah, I did.
Why is he a jerk off? He's an 11-year-old boy.
Yeah, but he's doing the cup song.
Well, let's
okay. He's not cool enough for you? What do you want?
The cup song is what, 2-3 years old?
He has other songs.
He needs to move up, though. You can't. I mean, that happened a third of his life ago. You know? He might as well be singing Erie Canal right now.
Look, he's got other songs up. The kid's talented. He has the voice of an angel. And he's a future celebrity.
First of all, he should be doing that with his feet.
Trademark.
Be like his dad would. Because Englishmen should be kicking stuff and not picking it up.
Could you imagine that conversation with him? He's like, I want to sing, Dad. I can't bend it like you.
You know what? I think his dad would say, of course, son, go ahead. I think his dad would just is supportive. You know?
Think so?
Yeah. Not like Chris calling him a jerk off.
No, if this is my kid said, listen, you're a jerk off right now. I'm doing this cup song.
Dude, luckily your sperm doesn't work.
Thank God.
You know what they found out about Chris? I shouldn't even say. Well, I'm going to say.
Okay.
His sperm goes in the wrong direction.
So he's shooting sperm up inside himself?
Yeah.
That's when an orgasm happens.
That's why you got his stomach pumped.
Yeah. Now I'm going to jizz into my pancreas and scrapes. You're disgusting.
Well, I wish you wouldn't have shared that with anyone. It's embarrassing.
Damn, why I have to, Chris? I got to give him a backstory. By the way, tomorrow is our 1-year anniversary of the Bennington show. Isn't that crazy?
I can't believe it's been a year.
So tomorrow, I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll have a little celebration, you know?
Yeah.
A little bit of that herb.
Yeah.
It's 420. It
is 420.
Oh, yeah.
Should we vape or just sit here and smoke joints?
I prefer joints, but maybe vape is all we could get
Why
away
don't we
with.
smoke a bowl like Chris and his top 40 team?
Oh, God. I could never.
Look, when in Rome, you got to smoke a bowl.
You realize you're saying look a lot these days?
Really?
See, I'm just going to point it out.
All right, I'm going to write that down.
You say look a lot. And I'm like, well, look at what? You talking?
Just trying to make a point.
How long has it been since you smoked any herb?
9 weeks.
So.
What are you shooting for? You just open-end it with it.
Yeah.
You open-end it with it.
It's not bad, right? It's not bad.
No.
Yeah, I haven't gotten high in 9 weeks.
Is that true, though? Because after what you said about the...
No, I haven't gotten high.
Yeah, he lies a lot. He does. There's no reason to believe anything he says.
I haven't gotten high.
Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that kid isn't a jerk-off.
Believe nothing else, but believe that Cruz Beckham's a jerk-off.
That's awful.
Has his mother in his ear fucking telling him, oh, you're a great singer.
He is a great singer.
He has a beautiful little voice.
If that was your nephew, you'd be like, that's a nice singing. Good.
This kid's dime a dozen.
Yeah.
Dime a dozen?
Where?
In any, I don't know, performing arts high school. You bring him in there, he looks like he's fucking middle of the pack.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Particularly not when he gets the push.
Yeah, the money, the push, the looks.
His parents' fans alone are going to go crazy.
I understand that. We're just going on pure talent, not just the who he's coming from.
Oh,
come on, Chris. This is so gross.
It's not gross. I'm just trying to explain. This kid ain't nothing special besides who his parents are.
You sound like a real creep, you know that?
Oh my God, it's got 750,000 likes on Instagram.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because people like it.
He's an Instagram star, just like Joey Jojo and his GoPro.
I love celebrities, but this kid is no celebrity.
By the way, Vito was a big star last night, and he was doing his Monday Night Raw, but did it on Bennington instead of the iBank. So I never even got a chance to see him do it.
I know. I didn't get to see the live because did not get the alert.
But I understand you did well, huh?
Yeah.
Was it a pretty good Raw?
There were some good moments in there, but it was an England Raw, so those are pre-taped, so they save a lot of the good stuff.
So you already knew what was happening.
No, I don't read spoilers. I like to be surprised at the moment.
Why?
I love a spoiler.
Because I like to think of it the way, like, if in '96 I knew Hogan was going to come out.
Well, let's say
this.
this.
On Savage, I wouldn't have been as happy.
Would you watch first of all, anyone who's happy because fucking Randy Savage was attacked by a racist was no friend of mine. 2, would you watch a Mets game that was taped?
No, I wouldn't.
See, that's why you can tell this is not a sport.
But yeah, it's a hybrid sport performance.
But the fact that you don't care whether it's live or not means you got to take sport out of the whole thing, because you feel like a dope if you're watching Monday Night Football 2:00 at night going, oh my God, we just scored.
Never.
You're like a moron. You're cheering way too late, and for all you know, the team has already lost.
Yeah, your cheers are what help them.
Yeah, of course.
I feel weird even just being a little bit behind. If you're home a little late and maybe you're like 10 minutes behind on a game, I still just feel crazy.
Oh yeah, I won't do it. I won't play that game.
You'll just catch up?
Yeah. I just jump in and go, this is what happens in life. Just like when you guys were late for the show, remember?
Yeah.
We didn't go, okay, we're 45 minutes behind. In Chris's case, 45 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Because you hold the record of being the latest ever. And you're not even coming in by bike the way Joe is.
I know.
No, subway. I come in by subway.
There's no athleticism to the way you
Well, the way he does it, because he sleeps with his pockets out. One time he woke up on the subway and the guy was jacking in his face.
Yep.
William, South Carolina.
Hey, I was wondering, and since y'all are going to be the 1 year next tomorrow, if Gail could tell her when she got way too high story again.
That could be a fun thing that we do. We all just tell, favorite stories.
Favorite stories. Maybe we'll take requests.
So yours would be the got too high story.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's would probably that he rides in and takes a shower. I mean, that was his high point so far. Why don't we do this? When we get to Joe's story, he just goes off topic and starts talking about a children's story that he heard one time because he's never paying attention to the show. What would you want to hear as your favorite Chris story?
I would say Bounce House.
Bounce House is a good one.
That would probably be my number one.
The Ronnie B story?
Mm-hmm.
What would you pick there?
I would say, okay, it's got to be like one from the neighborhood story. Oh, I know what it is.
What?
I got it. It would probably be when you were on the road trip and then Berkey walked into the back of the van on cruise control.
That wasn't fucking Berkey. That was Don Vito.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
I love that story.
New van. Thought cruise control was automatic pilot. That later actually showed up in a movie.
That's crazy.
I know. Anchorman 2 did the fucking gimmick of walking in the back. Yeah.
They heard it?
I don't know. You know what? It's got to start somewhere. Go ahead. Let's start here. All right. Favorite Vito story? Mets losing?
Yeah, definitely. That's my favorite Vito story.
Losing. Anyone in debt for it? Not because he lost bets, because he bought whatever high fucking ticket he could.
Stupid playoff tickets.
What would be your favorite Kashmir story?
What would be the best Kashmir?
I think boning that guy in England would be pretty strong. I like that one a lot. Kashmir, come on over. It could be boning the guy in England, and it could be when he had flesh-eating disease. They both were pretty
I've
great.
lived a life, yeah.
You have. You have 10,000 steps. Yeah. What story? Are you in tomorrow anyway?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
Yeah. No, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What would be your favorite Kashmir story?
I like when he told a story of how he gets drunk with his mom.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah. Kiki?
Yeah, the 12 martinis at Christmas.
Let's have a Kiki.
He has too close of a relationship with his mom, in my
real
opinion.
Close.
Yeah.
Besties.
Yeah.
She sends me a picture of our dog a lot. We have a little group chat going on, and my brother does not partake in it at all.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
I understand.
It's his problem.
Right.
Some people don't like to join in on a group chat.
You got to.
They do get old fast, though. Depends.
Well, we have a group chat going on with Hard Rock Johnny, and I'd say he's our number one group chatter.
Yeah,
but most of his stuff turns attacks on Chris.
Yeah, they do.
Cum stain comes up a lot.
Yeah, like a lot of cum-related nicknames get started in that group chat.
I think he has an unhealthy obsession with semen. That's my theory.
Hey. All right, here's our theories. Just like any science show, we have theories. Hey, Tony, what's up?
What's up, guys? Yeah, so I had testicular cancer last summer, and
great.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Anyway, so I went through chemo. It did its job, but if it doesn't, you have to have this pretty nasty surgery. And one of the 50% side effects is something called retrograde ejaculation, where you do, in fact, come inside yourself.
Yeah.
That's what you have, Chris.
So you got it, Chris. You're fine.
I never really had a name to put to it. I just said inside cum is what I would call.
Oh, my God.
It's like I just inside came. Now I can say it's retrograde ejaculation.
Why don't you do me a favor and try to adjust those lights?
I'm not touching those lights.
I can't believe
not even with your bear paw?
Nope.
The jinx that happened yesterday.
Do you know how fucking pissed I was when I found out it got fixed?
You were thinking we were going to have to do another show in darkness?
No, forget us. I just wanted Opie and Jim to walk in here tomorrow and have a completely dark space. Maybe E-Rock would have pulled his car up with the headlights flashing in so they could see. I would have never stopped. I would have set my alarm to hear that fucking meltdown. And like Wiki was writing to me, this is not good.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm like, I know, Don, but I'm like, oh.
But it is good.
It's so good right now. Please don't fix.
Go with that electrician.
Why did you just punch the light out that way?
I didn't punch it. I twisted it because they are on a swivel, and I guess I twisted too far. Don't know.
You slapped it, dude. You didn't twist shit.
Yeah.
I was sitting here. Pieces of glass came down on the DeVito family. Like the natural just happened. Boom, 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 boom. Then why would you try to take our picture in the dark? I was going to come in here today wearing a mining helmet. I was so fucking happy.
I picked up the camera, looked through the viewfinder. There was some residual light from the TVs.
Steve, Alabama.
Hey guys. Hey, first off, that GoPro with Joey B bike ride sounds great. Please do that.
I know.
Second, there was a story, Ron, that you told. I don't remember when I heard it, but it was about like in your early teen life, you and your buddy dropped some acid like on a Sunday.
Oh yeah,
ended up having to eat.
Yeah, kicked in during Sunday fucking dinner
and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad. That was my first trip.
Please do that one.
That's a possibility.
Thank you.
There's a look back tomorrow.
I know. What is a year in time?
5,000, 65, 70, 85, 90 minutes, 14,800.
I guess we'll open with that.
Remember when rent was big?
Yeah.
Yeah, no more. No one gives a fuck about rent these days. Because everybody feels like a squatter.
Yeah.
Own less, do more. That's the saying.
It's the way to do it.
That's the millennials right now. Maybe Joe could tell one of his stories about ice fishing.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, but when your brother fell in the ice fishing hole and you guys never found him.
Yeah, I missed that guy. John.
Oh, did you see what the big Pulitzer Prize winning thing was?
No, I didn't.
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Well, they call me Hamilton. I'm here to say citizenship is the only way. Bip, bop, boppity, bip, bip, bop, bippity, bop.
That actually does sound pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go.
Got my musket and I got my wig.
I like it.
Now Hamilton's going to do a jig. Bip, bop, bippity, bop. Bop, bop, bippity, bop.
I'm going.
Don't.
I had no idea it was that good.
Yeah, it's great.
Don't give in to Hamilton.
Well, you know, the important thing is it costs $700 to see it.
I'll go if I can go for free, but I will give that money in tip form.
Oh, yeah.
So I look really classy.
Nice.
Well, it'll blow up on the internet. Oh, what a big tip she gave. Big tipper.
After I leave the tip, I'll just also say, and this is my Twitter handle if you want to go ahead and
tweet that out.
Just tweet that out.
Just do it yourself. Hey, look at the tip I dropped.
Look at it. And then scratch that shit out afterwards.
Yeah. Well, my name is Hamilton, here to say bip, bop, bip, bip, bip.
Why were they always here to say things?
Why do they introduce themselves as soon as the song starts?
Like, how many rap songs actually did that versus how many, like, white rap parodies?
I think all the 80s guys did it.
Like, they all said, I'm here to say.
Like Sugar Hill Gang.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, but they all said what their names are.
Yeah. But I'm saying that every, like, white rap, like, when I was a kid, it was like, don't do drugs, and I'm here to say, like, that kind of stuff.
Why do you think you have to rap something for children to believe
don't know.
you? You know? Oh, I was gonna smoke until I heard a rap song. No, I think I won't.
No, this is so catchy and good.
Because an old lady was rapping at me at school, so that's great.
Changed everything.
She also had a funny hat on.
Yeah. Ted in Providence. Ted.
Hey, buddies.
Hey.
I don't think the story I would like to hear, if you guys are doing a retrospective, I don't think I've ever laughed harder than Ronnie's "That's a Shame" because he was doing so good with that story.
Yes! That's a classic.
That one actually hurts.
That's a classic.
You know what? Here's the thing. That comes up every time I go home.
He was doing so good with that.
By the way, your aunt was so excited about Danny DeVito yesterday.
Was she?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so much fun. It was a blast.
She loves Danny DeVito.
I didn't know.
Crazy about him. Crazy about Danny DeVito.
Not more than anyone else. I mean, everyone's kind of crazy about Danny DeVito.
I know. Did you go home last night just thinking, like, Danny DeVito's a great guy?
Yeah.
And he was really downplaying it, too. He was just being chill.
He was very chill.
Very sweet, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not as tall as I thought he was going to be, though.
No. A little bit shorter, maybe, than I expected.
Oh, where's he at right now? Where's he walking around town? He just walks around the city hoping people vote for him. That's what he does. I know he was like in Times Square yesterday, but we weren't looking out the window. We could all run out, or at least send one of the kids over with a scope.
Joe, why don't you lend him your bike? He's walking everywhere.
The Natural Born Cruiser?
Could you just, that's what you call it?
Yeah, the Natural Born Cruiser.
Why?
It kind of has the same hue as the cover to Natural Born Killers. So I named it the Natural Born Cruiser.
I had a bike called Michael Jackson.
That's pretty good. Chris, you don't ride bikes?
No, I don't ride bikes. I never owned a bike.
Afraid dipping my phone in the water with it. Biddy-do. Finney, Bronx.
Yeah, Ron, I'd love to hear that story again. You told after your radio show in Florida, one of your buddies dropped into a coma and they told him he was brain dead and he just popped up.
Yeah. That's another Don Vito story.
Another Don Vito.
Yeah. Most of these stories are going to be Don Vito or Berkey. Dean in Pittsburgh.
RB and GB, what's up?
Hey, what's happening?
Dude?
Hey, my favorite story is Hicks dropping the bomb on air about him going to the hospital after your Christmas party, and it's mainly because the surprise on with you and Gail.
Well, that was the great thing about Hicks is that he told us on the air after he heard our version of where we last saw him.
Yes,
which was hours before he woke up in the hospital.
Yeah, being shoved into a Uber cab.
Not shoved into.
Yeah, I didn't shove you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And it was the second Uber car because the first wouldn't take you.
Yeah, because
Never
you just
heard of
seemed
that.
like a nut.
I was.
That's why the one that I bought, they just canceled. And they said, we're not taking him.
All right, good.
So they don't let you buy right after that.
Yeah.
And then poor Gail had to go. And how much they charge you?
What was it?
It's like $50.
$6.50 or $60.
It's the highest Uber price in the history of the world.
Well, the guy, we looked at the map afterwards, and like He took like a ridiculous way from where we were.
Because he was probably defending himself from being punched in the back of the head. It's probably like when you have a bee in the car, what that would look like.
He's just dodging sprays of vomit.
All right, let's break here. It's the Bennington Show. This is the last day of our first year.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow starts year 2. Let's see if one of us turns into Saul by tomorrow. I'm hoping. Because I'm tired of this thing taking so long. Bennington. Hey, it's the Bennington Show on a voting Tuesday in New York City. Just saw some early numbers, and John Kasich has jumped out to an amazingly big lead.
Wow. Oh, my God.
He's got 99% of the votes so far.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
This is a shock.
Well, it is, but there's something about Kasich. That's all I'm saying. He has got it. He said, oh, God, this is good, huh? I never understand him. Some people said this about Kasich. He seems like a nice guy, but he could be a real bastard.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I was watching today. I'm getting on my Morning Joe stuff, but the reporter said when he's not in front of a mic, he's not a shucks guy. He's like, that's not fucking happening, dude.
Yeah, because 90% of the people who have ever said anything, it's like, he's just like a nice guy, a likable
like a nice guy. I saw him fucking up the other day and keep talking about he went to a gay marriage. And I'm like, did you not watch Dice? On the first episode, they tell you don't call it a gay marriage. This is pretty nice. Everybody was being nice there. You know, they kissed. It was a little weird, but, you know, it's a gay marriage. What are you going to do? You got to kiss, I guess. All right, this was a story on the iBank, a Twitter fight that took place between Sam Jackson and a fan who I believe is a local New York DJ, Joe?
Yeah.
What station?
It's not New York. It's like Tampa or around there.
Tampa
Florida.
or around there. Where's it at?
I think he's in Texas.
Okay, so that's around Tampa. It begins with a T. It's right next to it. So this dude, he loves Sam Jackson.
Right.
He sees Sam Jackson and says, "Can I have an autograph?" Sam's like, "No, I'm in a hurry," or whatever. The guy goes in, starts fucking, attacking him. I was a Sam Jackson fan. No, I'm not. Or I guess he asked for a selfie or whatever. And then Sam sees it, because you see shit on the Twitter, and said, "Dude, if you didn't act like a fucking maniac when you saw me, maybe I spend a little time with you." But isn't it always crazy when people act like I love Paul McCartney until Paul McCartney won't do something for them?
Yeah, especially the just signing something. I mean, I understand if you, for whatever reason, Paul McCartney actually was a dick to you and treated you like shit, maybe that would make you feel, but saying, I can't sign this right now, or I can't take a picture with you right now, that's not enough of a dick move for you to change your opinion on someone.
All right, so they got to stiff you in some way. They got to do something.
Actually have to be, you have to be enlightened to be like, oh my God, you're a bad person. Like, you've done something mean to me, or I witnessed you be cruel to someone in some way.
Right.
But to just be like, I'm not signing that for you, that is not enough for you to get upset over and say, I thought you were cool, but you're not.
Hmm.
I mean, they've got that coming at them at all times.
So, Joe, what was the big thing there?
So he tweeted at Sam Jackson, pretty much calling him an asshole, and Sam Jackson tweeted back, "No, you were being mean, fuck you," to the DJ. So the DJ retaliated by making a 9-minute video on YouTube denouncing Sam Jackson.
You're a fucking crybaby.
Come on.
Did we find out where the guy was? What town?
It's the Fit Show.
Yes, that's not a fucking town. I'm just asking. I got 3 fucking guys sitting in front of fucking computers, and I wonder why. You're not fucking looking up to see what market this guy's in. Because I want a major market guy I don't think would go over and fucking ask somebody to take their picture with him.
Right. Because why would they do that? But why would he go so intense where 9 minutes of rambling on it? Like,
dude, all you gotta do is find out the fucking call letters and look it up. I'm just curious about where it was. But yeah, there's no reason for that. That's just crazy talk. I guess it brings heat to you. No one likes any positivity. What they would rather, if we were mean to Tony Hale yesterday, then that goes viral.
Right.
And you can be all happy, like, why did those guys lay into Tony Hale? That's great. Tony Hale finally, that shit they would rather see than people getting along.
Yeah. They had a really nice conversation, and some interesting things were discussed. It's not going to excite people in the same way.
Here's John. John, what's up, buddy? John, Pittsburgh, we got you? Yeah.
Yeah, Ron, how are you? Just wanted to call in about Better Call Saul, and I've never seen Breaking Bad. I've been told for years to watch it, and I'm going to, but you're honestly saying that all the characters, and this is a real prequel?
Yeah.
In the Better Call Saul.
Yeah, now not all the characters come back, but a lot of them do.
Do you think this would be
8 years of TV if I start watching Better Call Saul right now, which I haven't either?
Do you think it would be a better experience to watch Better Call Saul first and then watch Breaking Bad?
Well, let me just say this. If someone's never seen Star Wars, right, would you tell them to watch the prequels or start at Star Wars?
Yeah.
I think that I would say, if I was a little kid and they're like, oh, I'm interested, I would say watch the prequels and go through.
I'd tell them to start at 4.
Start at 4 and experience it the way everyone else did.
Yeah, be a person.
Fitz is on the Wolf in Seattle. That's where he originates from.
Okay, so that's pretty far from fucking Tampa. But it's still kind of it makes Fitz look like he's fucking small time.
Yeah.
What's the big deal? What do you want from him?
And then once you have it, right? Once you have this like signed thing, then what? You know what I mean? Like that's life changing enough for you. I fucking
show it to my friends. I go, see this? See what I got here?
It's signed. The real guy signed it.
He called him an arrogant, Fitz called him an arrogant punk on Twitter. Sam Jackson.
Then you're not a fan of Sam Jackson's.
He probably just is like seen some Sam Jackson movies. It's not like, I'm sure he's not a diehard Sam Jackson fan.
No, there's no way he could be. And you can't watch movies without bumping into Sam Jackson somewhere along the line.
This guy's lying.
All right, it is the Bennington show on a Tuesday. Tonight we're going out and doing Unmasked with, a kid who's just lighting the world up right now, Mr. Jim Norton.
This is going to be so much fun.
It's going to be a blast.
I'm really excited about this one.
Wait.
You're going to have to wait, Chris.
I can't
wait.
Do it now. I don't want to wait.
I'm not going to do it now. I'm trying to get a selfie with Johnny Football, and hopefully he'll take it with me.
And if he doesn't, he's a piece of shit.
Everyone is. Yeah. Everyone is, unless they give me what I want all the time. That's all I want. You just go up to celebrities and say, hey, will you buy me a hot dog? Could that be worked out? If you're such a big fucking star? Hey, is our air on in here today? It feels like warmer than normal.
Give it a check.
Yeah. Give it a check, Vito, since you're not fucking running the computer at all.
Check that.
Huh?
Chickadee, check it.
Before you wreck it.
It's on.
It's on. It's good.
It might be good, but we're not fucking getting cool in here.
Look, I'm always sweaty. I always just feel so
said
hot.
Look again. I just heard him say look. No, I never noticed it before you said it, and now I'm going to notice it all the time.
He says look all the time.
Look, I'm sweaty.
Hey, today's Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Is Christina still doing her show on Tuesdays?
Yes, she is, yeah.
How come we didn't invite her in today?
I can invite her in.
I know you can invite her in, but only when told. That's the weird thing about it. That was the thing that we were going to do to promote her days. Chris is like in a weird fucking scene since when he was drinking, he was on the top of his game. But when he stopped drinking,
what's happening?
He got flat-footed.
Do you think that maybe you should start?
You know what? I feel like sometimes I feel like if I was managing a fucking baseball team, right? And a fucking fly ball got into the outfield, I would have to yell to the outfielder, go to your left, get under it. See, it's coming towards you. I want people to react to the ball right off the fucking bat.
Yeah.
And there's nothing dumber in life than seeing a guy fucking break the wrong way for a fly ball. I didn't have to turn around and start going back. Oh, no, this is the dumbest of all. A guy starts to head in and then turns around and tries to look over the top of his head as the ball's going to the fucking fence. That's when I know madness is taking place. All right, there are people that claim that Chris did go back to drinking. You would tell us, Chris?
I would tell you if I went back to drinking.
I know for a fact you hold a lot of secrets.
Yeah,
I would tell you if I went back to drinking.
What about with the
You
voting?
wouldn't tell me if there wasn't the right fucking pause in the opening thing for tonight. You would have to have it fucking pointed out to you. So never fucking act like you're taking a fucking stand. You wouldn't tell me if I told you to take care of that thing yesterday. So don't fucking act like you would, Tuffy.
Okay.
And don't forget the voting line.
Oh yeah, the voting line was gigantic today. I know Joe voted.
And for no one's benefit. It was only you.
I was surprised Joe felt the burn though.
Yeah, he's a Burning Man.
Yeah, my roommate's a giant Bernie guy.
Yeah?
And we voted together, and he gave me the rundown on the way there.
Which one, Charlie?
Luke, go with the ladies.
Go with the Bernies.
Sharp as a tack.
Aren't all your friends good with the ladies?
Yeah, but we also have different skills and assets that we bring aside from good with the ladies.
Remind me, what is yours again?
Tech savvy.
But we know that's not fucking true. I just saw you try to use the computer a second ago. And then you yelled somewhere near Tampa. Fucking Seattle. That's longer than coast to coast, Tampa to Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty far.
That's diagonal, coast to coast.
7-hour flight, yeah.
It's right there. T-Town, you know? Abor.
Is Ybor still a thing? Is it still like a
Somebody told
place?
me it's not, and it's like downtown St. Pete now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was a kid,
that's
where like clubbing was and like gay clubs and all that kind of stuff.
Well, that all got corporatized, right? So all the place where people used to do ecstasy and fucking, see Sublime or whoever was coming through.
Yeah.
Because there was always, they were playing bands that weren't, like right before they broke, they would go to Ybor City. I don't know why that would happen. But Flipper seen like every fucking big star of the 90s with only 8 people there. By the way, the latest folks to cancel their North Carolina dates, Pearl Jam. And the reason is they just can't draw in North Carolina. They had already sold 100 tickets.
Just say it's the bathroom thing.
Yeah.
Just say it's the bathroom.
We're
canceling.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
There's a piece up on the iBang. I think this is showing at the Tribeca Film Festival, but it's 100 clips out of 100 years. And what this guy did was pick 100 movies for the iconic shot of that year. And it's pretty amazing. It actually gets to you after a while.
Now, does he pick it from the iconic movie, or does it just the shot on its own? Like, it doesn't have to be the best movie of the year, or? He
considers it the iconic shot of the year. So already we're starting in silent. Why don't you move along to like at least the 60s or 70s so that, people will feel caught up with it. There's Citizen Kane, so we're 41? Was that when Citizen Kane was? So we're in the 50s now. But bring up the sound because he uses that Inception music. Wonderful Life. But the weird thing, this is better than anything they've ever run on the Oscar telecast.
This is gorgeous.
The biggest overactor of all time. There's Brando dropping to his knees, singing in the rain. So if you get a chance, that's Shane, I believe. Rear Window. It's weird how many of these that you know. Was that Some Like It Hot when her dress blew up?
Mm-hmm. No, not Some Like It Hot.
That's The Searchers. What did her dress blow up in?
I can't remember, but it's not that movie. I can't remember the name of that movie.
I don't know what we're looking at there. That's another Hitchcock. North by Northwest, I believe.
Yep.
Another Hitchcock. The shower scene from Psycho. There's Breakfast at Tiffany's, I think.
Yeah, it's Breakfast at Tiffany's.
What was that?
I don't know. That looked great.
That was really cool.
Eastwood's Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Sound of Music. But if you watch it long enough, you're almost like The Graduate. Great shot.
How did they get that Sound of Music shot? It's very different from all those others. Like, it's like a tracking shot almost.
There's 2001. Now, what's weird is how many movies are missed here. Patton, that famous flag shot. Clockwork back to almost double. Godfather. Godfather. That's the Exorcist shot, which is gorgeous and scary.
It's like a painting, that shot.
Chinatown. Jaws, of course. So you go and check this out, and you just really see all of the icon. There's the great Rocky shot where everybody still does that to this day. But you'll find out Close Encounters, which I love. Superman, which look how cheesy he is there, the way he smiles at the camera.
Yeah, blue screen.
Yeah, it's just
blue screen is just awful.
There's the Star Wars that you love so much.
That's good.
Yeah. But it's always weird, E.T. The moonshot at E.T. is one of the most iconic. Say hello to my little friends. That's Nightmare. Grabbing her pussy, which is embarrassing. This is kind of embarrassing too. Breakfast Club. With his hand in the air. Platoon. Everyone cried at that scene.
So sad. Dirty Dancing.
Chris's favorite thing. Chris tried that the other day with Joe.
Yeah.
Die Hard.
He couldn't hold it.
It's weird. Out of all the Die Hard scenes, is the one good that he's in the air duct, and yet that gets used all the time. Goodfellas. Silence of the Lambs. Little Tarantino. Jurassic Park. That's an iconic shot, I guess.
Yeah.
But stop there. Do you really think that year would have been 96 that you would have picked Mission Impossible?
Probably not. I was just thinking, I wonder what else was...
Give us the top films of 1996. Because what you're looking for is not the best movies, but the iconic shot of the year.
Now, I wonder if you are thinking about film as an art form, do you think that it has made the most progress, the most changes, the most innovations of any art from when it started to present day?
That's pretty shocking when you think about it. I didn't once even think of it, particularly where it's going, which some people think is going to be straight VR. Some people think it's only going to be home theaters. Like the biggest change of all is probably taking place right now. We're not even that aware of it. I don't know if you look at music that you went from like woodwind and piano to now you're listening to a laptop.
And maybe somebody whose art history is better than mine could say, oh, how could you say that when, painting techniques were like this and then they became this. But something about this medium, it just seems in such a short time from us figuring out that you could take this technology and tell stories with it to present day. It's like astronomically different.
I wonder if you would take somebody from, like, let's say the 1930s and put them into a theater, whether they would even be able to understand the story that we're telling now.
Yeah, because the viewer learns how to receive this information. Like, you are taught all those things, all those little tricks of storytelling from film from when you were a kid. And then as it evolves, you pick up with it.
Well, even now, like, I remember in the 80s, people were like, all these MTV cuts have ruined film. Those films seem slow from the 80s compared to, what was the crazy one last year that was almost like watching a live action cartoon? They're driving through the desert like maniacs.
Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah. That fucking film, like, it was literally just picture telling, Yeah. Couple grunts and screams.
I had a headache. I was just like, I was so overstimulated.
Mike in Chicago.
Hey, guys. Hey, GB.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, wasn't the Maryland thing 7-year itch?
There it is.
Pretty good prize closet without the music. Thanks.
Ow!
We don't even need the music for that. Just give him a pretty good prize. Make sure he enjoys it. Hopefully we got some signed Marilyn Monroe underwear. That would be perfect for him.
Great.
We do.
Yeah, we do?
Yeah, we do.
I know that you can't joke about that on the air if you don't have it.
No, we do not have that. That was a joke.
You can't ever do a joke on the air of like, hey, we'll give you $1 million if you call in now. That you fucking literally owe that person $1 million.
Because of Toyota?
Well,
I know the Toyota story.
Even before, Toyota didn't even take place on the air. That was just something that took place in a Hooters.
Oh, really? I always thought that was like a radio bit.
No, that was a manager doing that he says, we'll get you a Toyota. And then he gave them a toy Yoda. And they took it to court and they ended up having to buy this fucking chick a car. You just can't fuck around like that.
Yeah.
You can't fuck around with people's emotions.
You can't fuck around with their paper, with their coin.
Yeah, that's right. What were we talking about before we got to that point?
Movies.
1996. Other movies in 1996.
Oh, yeah. What was coming out?
We got Independence Day, Fargo, Jerry Maguire, Mission Impossible, The English Patient, Trainspotting, Twister, The Rock, Scream, Eraser, Happy Gilmore.
Well, I'm kind of surprised that you're not using something from Fargo.
Fargo and, there's so many of those like big, like those long shots, those kind of crazy landscape shots in Fargo.
Fargo was the thing that weirded me out, that the snow and the sky were just one. You couldn't get any horizon.
Yeah.
I was seeing that. I actually got depressed watching that movie.
And then that toilet shot in Trainspotting could be a contender. It comes like up out of the toilet. It's kind of a weird.
Yeah, that was a strange fucking movie. Hey, it's our buddy Carlos. What's up, pal?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, Ronnie B, say the prequels, like Saul, and then you got Fargo, and what other character would you want to know the backstory of? Like, say, Tony Montana, when he was in Cuba. You think they can do that?
Well, they do prequels all the time on movies. The weird thing about this is it's a prequel with a TV show. I mean, I don't know if I'd want to go back and see the Friends before they met each other. I don't know if that would fucking interest me.
Yeah, good storytelling usually takes place like you jump in the middle of the story, and that's the
I agree 100%.
And that's why all the the prequels and all that kind of stuff, it's usually not a great idea.
Well, here's the thing. It's because we're now part of the comic book culture, and the origin story is a very big part of every comic book character. Everybody wants to know how and why he got his superpower, right? I don't know if that's the same thing as finding out why Jimmy started calling himself Saul. But this is, I guess, what they figure as an origin story. And we are now run by the fucking comic book culture.
It's got to come from that because, there would be no other reason. I mean, a good storytelling, if somebody starts too early, it's the worst thing in the world. When they're set up like, well, actually, I met that person starting here, and then 20 minutes later, you're like getting to the meat of the story.
Right.
It's irritating. Filmmaking should probably be.
Would you like a flashback or you don't?
I usually don't, but I also think it's cool when somebody uses it in an interesting way. But if you were to say, let's come up with a great movie right now, and we were putting this thing together, I would probably say no to a flashback because I think it's often misused.
I hate even when characters start to talk that way. Like, remember when we were in high school, we would stop for ice creams and we would tell each other, someday we're going to end up, and you're just like, shut the fuck up.
It's always the worst.
Even if your friend starts doing that, you're like, stop it. Who cares?
Especially when it's like a really heavy thing. It's like the worst exposition is always like, remember when mom died?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I do. It was pretty much the worst part of my childhood.
And then remember the day we went to bury her and it was raining? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never fucking forget that shit. Matter of fact, I fight it constantly, not to start crying while I'm having soup. Okay? So you don't have to fucking remind me of anything. You said something to me. Shut the fuck up on what I said to you. Don't hold me to shit from the past. Let the past stay in the past. I always like to say, just because you're done with the past means it's done with you. That's my saying. You can't bring it up. Unless you're like Joey and you move out here with all your friends from home.
Yeah, then it's everywhere.
And then the past is the present.
Why don't you guys just get a place in fucking Minnesota?
It's not as fun. It's New York.
Yeah, I know, but it's not like you all have show business dreams like your Broadway guys or something.
Yeah, but, I mean, here, there's so many more people in general. There's just us. Here we got a whole group of friends aside from ourselves.
So you're doing it for the Tinder dates then?
Yeah, pretty much the Tinder date at some point.
I saw a thing when Mick Jagger was talking about New York in the 70s. It was like one of the things that came along with vinyl. And he was saying it's so It was so fucking run down and shit. He's like, you could never raise a family there. It was great if you were a single guy, though. You know? It was like fucking single guy town. I don't know if it's changed that much. I don't know if you can still not say what they're doing. And how many years do you get to do with what he's doing before the team has to break off before it turns weird? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, we all agree 5 men in their 40s shouldn't be living together, right? Should 5 guys in their 30s live together?
I think late 20s seems to be when everybody starts going, okay, I need to focus on figuring out how to get my own place.
Need privacy.
Joe has never met a girl that he cares about as much of his buddies, though. His buddies are still that thing that a lot of high school guys got, like, oh, after I'm done partying with my buddies, I'll swing by and knock on my girl's window, right? That's still the way Joe lives his life.
That's how I do it, yeah.
Which means he's either misogynistic or homoerotic, because his partnership, his connection is to dudes, not to women.
Which is it, Joe? And you have to pick one.
Oh, man, I can't do both.
Do you go home, if you have sex with a girl, do you tell your pals about it?
If it's a girl I haven't had sex with yet, I'll tell them about it. But if I have hit that shit, I guess, then yes.
I think when you're still calling it hit that shit, it's somewhat misogynistic. And again, it means you're connected to your buddies. Like, hey, guys, guess what I did with my dick?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I would say that is homoerotic.
I like the fact that fucking Vito's just laughing at him.
Guess what my dick did tonight?
Oh.
Did it come inside?
No.
Of yourself?
Chris.
That's just me.
It's disgusting. Can't think of it. Remember that summer that Chris came inside himself? Unfortunately,
That's
yeah.
disgusting.
I'll never forget it.
That's fucking disgusting.
It's a problem.
I also think he shits into himself.
That's impossible.
You're all filled with shit and cum.
All right, this was written to me. How humiliating for the girl when he does that, and why would you want the guys to know the girl was fucked and to visualize her being fucked? So rude.
By their buddy. Which is the homoerotic thing again.
So you're agreeing?
Yeah,
Chris,
it's
you're agreeing with that thing?
It's
no, you're not agreeing with the thing. Could you, are you agreeing that it's humiliating for the girl when Joe goes back and said, as he said, I hit that shit?
Yeah, because she doesn't want him saying that.
Why, what are we, farm girls?
The thing that I think that women probably, the way he's acting in front of his friends is less truthful probably than the way he reacts to the woman that he's sleeping with. Like, I think that men do all that, like, yeah, tap that, and they do that kind of stuff, but really inside they're like, my mom would be ashamed. Like, I think that that is the fake part, and the real part of them, like, they can't embrace just being, like, you know, affectionate to a woman because they had a private connection.
That's really interesting. So you're saying that he's not being fake to the girl.
I think he's being fake to his friends.
He's being fake to his friends. Therefore, the people that he has his closest relationships are fake. Now, Chris has always said lovely things about his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. When I would say, well, you don't even love her, he would always say,
no, I do love her, Ron.
Very much so. And that's always going on for years. And women love Chris for saying that, because people are always like, Chris is the greatest person because he cares about his girl and he stands up for her in public. Where Joe says stuff like, I tap that shit. Yeah. And by shit, I mean her vagina. I call her vagina shit. But you're saying
sounds awful.
That's fake Joe with his fake friends.
I think that's fake Joe. And deep down inside, he's a sweet little boy from Minnesota who's just happy to share a connection with a woman.
And he's just acting like a guy that he saw in a movie or something. Or like a fucking an Axe commercial.
Or it's not much different than the way children behave when they're kind of posturing or you know, trying to hang out with the cool kids, right, or trying to hang with a certain
he's not
group.
hanging with the cool kids. He's hanging with his fucking weirdo roommates. All right. So, Chris, as a judge, because I would ask Vito, but Vito's a child. Let's face it. He's got a giant body, but he's got zero.
And he has a lot
thoughts.
to learn.
Huh?
He has a lot to learn. This
but
is a
he
learning
acts
time.
like, you know, he would act like that in front of his friends.
Right, but he's too young to know the difference.
I have actually never done I'm going to go to my friends and tell them I banged a chick last night.
See, he's more mature than than Joe.
That's
all right,
shocking.
Chris, which do you agree with? That Joe is real with his friends, or is he fake to his friends with this weird fucking thing that he does?
I'm going to say he's fake to his friends to fit in with his friends.
So he's really much more sensitive and cares about the girls more than he's acting like.
Because remember when he talked about Freak Nasty or whatever on there, and he called her Freak Nasty, like that was his name for her? I think he was just trying to fucking get over.
Remember when she broke up with him, how sad he was?
Exactly.
He was sad. He was really sad. And I think that...
Who's that fucking famous white-haired guy?
No,
He's
no,
like from a TV show, like a news show or something. Everybody's around here.
But if you remember also the Caravan of Sin girl, I think he tried to act like, oh yeah, this is just whatever. But he talked about her in ways that I could tell he was very smitten with her in truth. It wasn't just a freak nasty situation with her.
Are people also writing in, are you turning on Vito's mic when he talks?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah.
Sounds like he's in a well, they said. Unwell in a well. All right, Joe, we're going to let it back. Are you fake with the girl or fake with your friends?
I think I'm more fake with my friends, but I also think they're fake with me as well.
What's that?
I think they're fake with me, like we've built a facade around each other.
So this fucking thing that you're living, right?
Yeah.
Which is your 23-hour-a-day reality, is not real. You're basically in some kind of cosplay where you're all pretending you're dude broer than you are.
Yeah, and I think it started out as a parody of the Dude Bro, and then it just grew into this what we now have.
Be careful what you pretend to be, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's who you become. So why don't you, the next time you have sex with a woman, instead of fucking giving high fives and slapping bags together and acting like you're cool, why don't you say, hey, we're talking about a lady. This is my lady. Even if this is short term, I have respect for women. Yeah. Why don't you just try it? See what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll kick you out of the fucking joint.
All right.
Could be the best thing for you.
I think women are fake too when they sit around and say how much they like their kids. I'm going like, I know you don't mean that.
It's not possible, right?
I saw that kid. He's not as smart as you think. He's not going to get into a bunch of schools.
Possible.
And then who are all these moms like screaming at their kids in the grocery store and like looking like they're going to pull their hair out? But then y'all get together and have some drinks and they're just like, he is a joy.
All right.
So somebody must be lying.
It's all lies.
Well, you will even go home tonight as an experiment and say, guys, I'm tired of this fake fucking relationship. Why don't we get fucking real like we were on Real World?
All right, I'm gonna do that
and
post
share
that to the crew.
Like one emotional feeling that you're having.
Like you want to blow them all.
Yeah,
say that.
Do you want to? Is that something you think about?
No.
Yes. It'd be okay if you do.
I know.
It's the fucking 90s, dude. You can say whatever you want now.
I know. I mean, it just hasn't crossed my mind.
And yet it has.
Yeah.
Not even to try it a little bit.
Not even
But now we've put it in front of your mind. What do you think
God.
as it crosses?
Have you and your friends ever boned chicks in front of each other?
No, we haven't done that.
Because I doubt that there's even any women. I'm starting to think.
Right? There's someone's the girl every week, you know?
What's that mean?
Okay, that's
like
weird.
One
Chris.
each. All right, out of how many roommates you have? Like 5 or whatever?
I have 5.
Or is this 5 of you? Out of each, like, say every couple of weeks, someone becomes the new girl that they talk about. But it's just
That's
them
very
banging each
weird.
other.
Chris, this idea is weirder than his.
I've never
actual
heard of it
existence.
before. It's a fantasy that Chris is living.
I'm so uncomfortable with this idea that you just had.
I think it's what's happening.
But it's creepy, and I don't know
you
where
get to crack the code, so can I.
No, you didn't crack the code.
What code?
The code of all the lies
Joe,
you fucking
I cracked
spill.
your code. Just admit it.
So like 1 week,
I
Joe's the girl.
understand the premise, and it's so creepy, and I'm very uncomfortable with it.
So they're all living this weird facade, but they're all, sleeping with each other. Or the girl that week.
First of all, ours was actual reality.
Yeah, we were based.
I don't think there's anyone who would just pretend you're the girl. Maybe if you were on a fucking desert island. Okay.
It's kind of like what Bushwick is. It's a wasteland out there.
It's a neighborhood.
He's right.
People.
He's
Chris
right.
doesn't understand Brooklyn.
There's water.
There's nothing but bodegas out there. That's it.
He doesn't understand it.
There's like 7 bodegas on a 2-block radius. It's ridiculous.
What's that got to do with anything?
It's a crazy neighborhood.
Look, we don't talk about Queens like we understand it.
It's a lot of people are shocked and amazed that Gail was able to cut off the ring with Joe and explain to him that he was living a fake life. Then Ryan Kurtz, who spells your names wrong, says, Gail, you must despise Family Guy if you hate Flashback. Doesn't everybody hate Family Guy? Franco says, Chris, how could you forget that Eastside Dave had issue with that same DJ that had a problem with Sam Jackson?
I don't remember that at all.
You don't remember anything.
You actually do need someone to say, do you remember that summer?
No, tell me about it.
Big E says this, I don't see why ducks wouldn't like little cowboy hats. This just seems like a good fit to me. Thoughts?
It seems like it sounds good together.
I say any animal that you could fit a cowboy hat on. Go for it.
I think you have to pick the animal. And right now, I don't see anything beating a duck and a small cowboy hat. One that fits, not a giant cowboy hat over top of them. Except for just seeing a cowboy hat moving around a pond and wondering how it's being motorized and then finding out it was a duck.
I could imagine like a...
That cowboy hat's too big on that duck.
Yeah, we need one that really fits. Okay, that's pretty cute.
It's more like a...
All right, now I changed my mind, and I'd rather see a duck in one of those straw Chinese hats that you wear down like it's like a little lampshade. I'd kill for that.
I would say probably mouse in a bonnet could beat that. A mouse in a bonnet.
You know, here's the thing for me. I don't know if I like real mice at all. I just like the thought of mice, a la a cartoon mice. But when I see a mouse, I'm like, oh, it's fucking disgusting.
I am in the minority. I think that rodents are cute, and I know a lot of people don't. But to me, I don't understand how somebody can like cats or dogs. A mouse or a rat, it's like a tiny dog. I think they're really cute.
Well, you know, people freak out if there's a mouse in their house and they fucking jump up on a table. But you have a dog running around your house, you're fucking fine.
Gigantic!
If someone jumped on a table because they saw a fucking dog, you're like, you're a fucking moron, dude. That's just a dog. I was in a restaurant one time. I think it was in Key West. And dogs were like walking in. And some people were like, oh, that's disgusting. I go, you never ate in a house with a dog before? You don't put the dog outside when everyone sits down to dinner.
I love a restaurant or a bar with a dog in it. Makes a place better.
Dude, in the same fucking joint, wild chickens came in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a fun fucking place.
I felt like it was great, too.
That sounds cool.
I guess Joe and his fake friends would act like I had sex with that dog.
Yeah.
And more oral with that chicken.
Yeah.
Aren't I the one?
Yeah.
I hit it, bro. That's what he would say. I hit that.
I hit that shit.
Yeah, just 69 for that mouse in a bonnet.
Oh. That mouse in a bonnet is pretty fucking... Is that even real? That's not real. You got a fake fucking mouse there. See, I'm easier around a fake mouse.
Just do mouse in a hat.
Just put Fievel and put that song on.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking Fievel when they was looking up at the moon.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Here's a real hat. There's a real hat with a real mouse.
Say that...
It's really cute.
First of all, the only thing I like about it is cheese. I mean, an animal that goes out of its way to eat cheese.
They love cheese.
What about your dog attacking my my vanilla yogurt yesterday like a fucking maniac?
I know. She gets some
She was crazy.
She was nuts.
You know what I was thinking? Dogs don't get enough cold food.
I think
all their food is always room temperature.
God, it's horrible.
I give it some cold, frozen yogurt.
Yeah.
It's going fucking crazy for it.
She went nuts.
It's awesome.
She never looked so happy.
So she came back, and I'm like, again, more frozen yogurt. And by the way, she didn't rush herself. She enjoyed the frozen yogurt.
Yeah. 2 years ago, there's an ice cream shop near my house, and the woman saw Birdie walking down the street with me, and she came running out, and she's like, can I give her some vanilla ice cream? And I said, yeah, I think that's fine. And she Birdie to this day remembers the spot, and she sits down in front of the place like, so a lady gonna come out or what? Like, she's obsessed.
I wouldn't forget either.
Yeah.
If someone gave me some free ice cream. I mean, in just 2 years. All right, go over to the iBank.
It's so cute.
It's great. I want you guys to see this because you were talking about how mothers are with their kids, right?
Yeah.
This is, I think, from Live Leak, and it's a mother is going to give a kid a whooping, and the kid's trying to talk his way out of it, and it's just maybe we haven't seen it come up yet. All right, it's from World Star. Oh, it's linked on our Twitter.
Okay.
So what we'll do, we'll try to write a joke for it on the air ourselves.
Okay.
But this is, and don't, put us on fucking Periscope by mistake over there, big man. All right, so just watch this. This young boy is about to get a whooping because he's got bad grades, and he's not into it at all. I'm trying to get out of it.
Get your ass over here!
Before I get a whooping.
No, get over here now.
Please.
Get over here.
I want to talk to my grandma.
Get over here.
No.
Get over here.
No. Mommy, please. Mommy.
Get over here.
God didn't make me that smart. God did not make me that smart.
What you mean God didn't make you that smart? He made us all smart. We all equal. You just gotta pay attention in class.
He didn't make me smart. He didn't make me smart.
Get over here. Get over here.
He didn't make nobody smart. People just learn.
Exactly. You're not trying to learn. Your teacher said.
I am, Mama. I am.
Get over here now.
I'm trying to learn.
Get over here.
I'm trying.
Get your butt over here.
I can't hear sometimes when she's so far away.
Get over here.
Please, Lord. Please forgive me. Please. Please.
Get over here so you get a whooping. Get over here so you get a whooping.
No. Just one more hit. One more hit.
Yeah, one more hit. Get over here. Over here. Over here.
Lordy. Please, Lordy. Please let her give me one more hit. Lord. I pray up you guys. Lord.
Get over here now. Get your ass over here.
Lord. The Lord has blessed me now. The Lord.
He blessed you. Get over here.
Oh my God. All right, let's stop it for a minute. First of all, some people would look at this as good parenting. Some people would look at it as bad parenting. You know what I mean? Some people would call this child abuse. Other people would call this kid has talent. He should have his own fucking show. Because I watch this kid every week. All right, Joe, what's your joke you got for it?
Bad grades plus not paying attention equals ass whooping.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's on the nose. You got one, Gail?
Look into your heart!
There they are.
Oh my God!
Salt and pepper.
That's
waving
so
at us.
awesome!
Waving at us.
That's crazy.
I'll just put it up, maybe take a religious angle, and says God refuses to help child abuse victims. All right, Vito, what do you got?
The confession booth won't catch you out of this one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dark.
Yeah, this is dark. Lord, please.
He blessed me.
This kid does not want to be hit. He doesn't fucking like being hit.
The mother sounds for real.
Let me tell you something. This is the difference between Protestants and Catholics. I would never be able to try to bring God into this shit. Between me and a parent, no way.
You're not even allowed to speak his name.
Yeah, no way.
It's really shocking.
Would that have gotten over?
He starts dropping God.
All right, Chris, what do you got?
What's this kid's name? Barry Lordy?
What?
Barry Gordy.
Oh,
Barry Lordy.
Man, that was terrible.
Get it.
Play a little more.
Aya, please pray for me. Please pray for me, God. Please.
Naya can't pray for you.
He's asking his little sister to pray for him.
But she ain't finna pray for you. Naya, he been bad in class. This is why he getting a whooping. He might not pass to the next grade. Did you tell Naya that while you telling her to pray for you? She need to be praying that your ass passed second grade. You need to be praying. And you need to do your damn work. Now get your ass over here. Get over here and stop playing.
Oh, I got whipped right here.
Get over here.
It hurt too bad.
Get over here. Get over here.
It's the letter hurt too much.
I know. And that hurt my heart when you're not trying in class. You're not trying. Get your ass over here.
I'm trying.
Get over here.
I'm trying. For real. I'm trying for real.
Get over here.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. I'm really trying.
Why do I gotta chase you? That's another whooping.
No.
Get over here then. Get over here.
I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you. Tonight, in the morning.
Who you praying for?
The Lord.
Get your ass.
Oh, mommy. The Lord has blessed me now.
The Lord has blessed you now, huh? So what that mean?
He took all the bad out of me and made the good come in.
For how long? For how long?
For as long as I live.
No, I don't believe that.
Please.
Get over here.
First of all, a couple of things that kid got. I mean, he's a big kid. For second grade, he's got to be about $130, $140.
He's got some weight on him.
But he has unbelievable lateral movement. She's not coming close. And he loves God. I'm saying we're looking at the next Minister of Defense. Reggie White has come back to us, ladies and gentlemen, as this young man.
I think it's so funny, the idea that kids are so afraid of being hit and being yelled at. Like, if somebody said, I'm going to hit you for what you did, you'd be like, what? But it isn't just, if somebody's like, I'm going to hit you, or yell. For some reason, when you're a kid, like, I'm going to get yelled at. It's going to be really loud. They're going to yell at me. I don't know where that fear comes from.
All right, some of the people wrote this into us. God didn't make me that smart. That should be Hicks's new tagline. The power of Christ compels this ass whooping. God made us all equal. Now let me whoop that ass. Black kids got a timeout to whoop that ass. Here's Sean in North Carolina. Sean.
Mama, I want to trade in my GED for a GOD.
Look, I admire this kid because he's doing anything to slow this situation down. Now, even if he still takes a slap, he went from an angry mom to a mom that's kind of laughing.
She's laughing.
Yeah, he broke her.
Because he's fucking amazing.
The shit that's coming out of his mouth is fucking great.
Lord, please.
The Lord bless me.
It took the bad out. Brought in the good. That was the best.
It's kind of no different than any religious adults do.
No.
Exactly.
This is what happens to any senator that gets caught going down on a fucking transsexual.
The Lord has given me the strength to get through this.
Thank God I've been forgiven before I even got to you people. Let's go over here to Joe in Utah.
Yeah, I got a joke for it. You can get the belt or the buckle or the hot sauce.
You know what? Some people did used to give their kids hot sauce if they were bad. They put a drip of it on their tongue. And some people would do iodine. They would put a dot of iodine, which I've never tasted in my life. But from what I understand, it's not tasty.
That's awful. I saw one video, a woman got in trouble because she would throw her kid in a cold shower. That's horrible. Like, at that point, give me the buckle. Just stand in a cold shower?
I mean, is it in the summer? Because that could be very refreshing. Even if it stuns you
Let me go for a jog first.
You come out and you're like, whoo, I'm totally awake now. Totally awake.
Feeling good.
This kid did understand how to make it move, though. So I admire him very much. Hey, we got a break here. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bennington.
Welcome back to Bennington.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you so much for this warm welcome. Wow.
And in studios, Christina Palumbo. You can hear on Raw Dog at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 6 p.m. on Tuesdays. And she's on Jay Thomas on Comedy's Greats, Channel 94, 4 p.m. East weekdays.
Thanks.
She stays very, very busy.
I try.
Now, tonight, 6 o'clock, you're going to be introducing more comedians.
You know it.
Anybody that we know?
Yeah, there's some Paul Verzi. Do you know Paul?
Oh,
Verzi?
sure.
Mm-hmm. He'll be on, and I'm doing some Mike Vecchione.
Love the Mike Vecchione.
Very cool. Yeah.
Love the Mike Vecchione, Chris.
Yes.
I can't get enough Mike Vecchione.
Really?
Love him.
I think I get just the right amount.
Yeah.
In my life.
Why don't you have enough?
Yeah, he hasn't been in a while, right?
It's been about 2 months.
You're going out of your way not to book people today. I noticed that. I think it was kind of cool. Well, it works out nice for Christina, though.
It does work out nice. Thank you. Appreciate it.
But you're a big marijuana smoker. You smoke marijuana every day, right?
Yeah, sure.
Edibles still?
No, those don't work for me.
They don't work for you?
For me, no, they do not.
This is stunning. I've never heard anybody say that
Nothing
before.
happens?
Nothing happens, and it's bullshit because I love me a gummy, but no, nothing happens.
That's weird.
Suppositories? Cakes don't work?
You know, I need maybe a volunteer to help me with those, but I don't know about suppositories. No, none of it works. The one time I was in Denver and I had a fizzy drink and it had some tangerine flavoring in it, and I felt like a little bit of a surge of something, but then I was like, that's gone. So no, it doesn't work.
Weird. Have you ever heard of that happening before?
No, it's like the thing that's supposed to be guaranteed to work.
No, it's like the way that enzymes break down in my body. It's just my body's like, nope.
That's interesting.
F you. I'm just going to give you the calories.
I think the highest I've ever been in my life on like hash or anything was eating it and then smoking it as a kicker.
Oh.
You know, have it together.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like make everybody, you know, now we've worked every part of this. All right, I'm going to give you some pot talk. Like when people, like, because I always enjoy that type of thing.
Sure.
Stuff that weirds people out. But could you imagine, and this might only work if you were high, but what the world would be like if you could hear the leaves growing? Because I was thinking about that in the spring. If you just heard it.
I think mushrooms helps with that.
Oh,
shrooms?
I'm pretty sure that'll help.
Yeah.
Maybe to have super hearing would be the worst curse. Like if you could hear everything, like you could even hear changes that were like happening in people's bodies, like gurgling.
Have you ever heard of misophonia? Have you ever heard of that?
No. I want to know about it, though.
Misophonia is when you hear certain things and it drives you crazy. We had a scientist on Jay's show because we think Jay has it. If you people make mouth noises.
A lot of people get...
if you do that, he'll go insane. Yeah. Banging your teeth, all kinds of little tiny...
Have you ever introduced him to Chris Stanley?
Who was just the fucking Miami sound machine.
Are you a tornado?
Yeah.
Bull in a china shop?
Now, here's the interesting thing. He'll be quiet. We're on the air. He's not making those sounds right now. But if we go into a meeting, the second he sits on this couch, suddenly the mouth noises, and then he starts to eat his own nails.
You get nervous.
Oh, what? No.
Yeah. My fingernails.
Oh, no. You have to stop
that's
that.
The nervousness
you take the subway.
that you have in a meeting, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. To bite a nail's bothering you, fine. But he keeps the nail in his mouth, and then that nail is then chewed. And that's his gum, his nail gum.
That sounds moist.
What are you doing, Chris?
I'm just like to, I like to swish before I swallow. That's what
Swish and swallow.
That's
what he always says.
Join the club.
But if you could hear every physical change that was happening, if your ears were able to pick that stuff up, it would be the worst curse.
Well, what about this? You just heard, like, hair growing or skin falling off. Because they say all dust is skin.
Yes.
So we're just sitting here, just like little pieces of us are falling off all the time.
Just dying and just flecking off our body.
But if you were born that way, wouldn't you get used to it? You know what I mean?
I guess a dog isn't walking around like, this is horrible.
Right.
This is the curse that I live with.
I mean, right now, my worst sound is Jews going over a menu. That drives me
What do I want?
crazy.
What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? What do I want?
I'll just scream at them, no, it doesn't come with that. Why are you asking for extra stuff? Let's just order and move on. Is there a sound you can't stand, Chris?
I can't stand the sound of a mop mopping concrete. And
the wet mop.
A wet mop on concrete.
Or a wet broom, right? That's your thing.
Wet broom. It's
weird.
The wet bristles against the concrete freak me the fuck out. It's like getting stabbed in the ear.
I'll tell you this, I can't stand the sound of a skull hitting the concrete.
That's horrible.
Oh, it's terrible.
The crack.
It's bad, but
crack.
I kind of like it.
I can't take it because it makes the head sound empty.
Yeah.
You don't hear anything.
Clunk.
It's like a big hot thing. But luckily, we don't have advanced hearing. As a matter of fact, I normally act like I can't hear anybody once I leave the show. Yeah. And like people ask me for stuff, I just keep moving. That's the beauty of having a little gray on the sides. Oh, it's like, he just doesn't fucking hear anymore.
He can't hear.
Joe, what can't you stand the sound of?
The sound of like squeaky rubber, like a rubber railing, and you squeak your hand on it. It's just
like on an escalator.
When I was in elementary school, we had a rubber railing.
Just one specific railing. Because I'm trying to think what railing.
Did that go into the rubber room too?
One of them. You'd find the rubber balls there, and it would just create this squeak that
rubber balls and liquor.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you can't go back to your elementary school sounds. It's not going to exist for an adult.
My least favorite sound is a sound that I have to live with in life all the time, and that is the sound of styrofoam doing anything. Being touched, being rubbed against other styrofoam, squeaking out of the box, which I can't even say.
What about eggs? You have a tough time with eggs?
Eggs? Oh, like taking the eggs out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I get the more paper-based one, so I don't have to deal with that squeak.
What would be worse, though? Having like an intense hearing or intense smells?
Smell, for me.
Where you could just smell.
Because then you
everything.
can taste it, basically. Yeah. And I don't want that.
Yeah,
that's true.
You'd probably just be nauseous all the time.
Yeah.
But I think you could sleep through the smells. Like, it's not like you're going to wake up like, what is that?
I can't. My neighbor makes coffee every morning at 5 a.m. and it's like the best part of waking. I wake up immediately and I'm 2 apartments away.
And do you
different floor.
Do you go over and say, just have a cup? You're already up. So you're up 5 a.m. no matter what?
Not intentionally.
Could you ever say this? Could you turn down the smell of your coffee? Because if it's a TV, you can complain.
Just a scotch.
Towel the door.
You just get that at the bodega. Do you really need to make
By the way, I never have complained about a neighbor for anything. I don't care if I heard a murder taking place.
Yeah.
I mind my own business.
Yeah, I don't like to draw attention to myself because if I'm doing something, leave me alone.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden you made an enemy. Because you're like, really? You're going to fucking play Beyonce?
Yeah. Well, my old apartment, we did have a neighbor complain about us. And it was smell related. And she was upset by the smell of popcorn being made.
Oh, shut up.
What? Not even kidding.
Some people hate popcorn being made.
The smell, she said, can you not make popcorn so late? Because she doesn't like the smell.
You know what? You could go like this. Have you ever lived in a building with Pakistanis?
Yeah.
Because what you're going to be smelling at dinner time every night is going to shock you.
And her, what she used to cook was disgusting. It smelled like a mutton stew or something in there at all times.
Sounds intriguing.
But I would never go knocking over and be like, this smells gross. Throw it out, please.
You got nothing on my mutton, said Jerry Seinfeld. I like anything that annoys people. It's always fucking interesting to me. Like if sometimes I know people that if they see 2 people kissing, they're like, oh my God, that's disgusting. I feel like I could puke.
Some people, it really bothers them. It really bothers them to see PDA, if you will.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Yeah, the PDA.
Or they could probably only see people between 18 and 24 kissing.
Right.
And by the way, that wouldn't include you, Vito. The guys that I know, people who sit in front of the coffee shop near me,
right.
They get grossed out. Men and women grossed out seeing people make out on the street. Now, New York, you will never see so many people making out on the street.
Oh, yeah.
In any other city as you do in New York. You'll see elderly people just fucking grinding on each other on a Saturday night. You see it all the time. You know they're not married. You know what I mean?
The only time it really annoys me is when I'm stuck underground on the train because I'm already annoyed about something. So now to watch you guys make out in front of me, I don't like it.
The kissing doesn't bother me, but I hate when someone will sit on someone's lap on the subway.
Start grinding?
No, just being like, I guess we'll share a seat. That's a little bit annoying.
Right. Well, I mean, when they share earbuds, I get annoyed. So
really?
Yeah.
But then they're rocking to the same song together.
Shut up. Stop it.
So fucking great.
I love you.
Do you still got your guy in your life? Or?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, I do.
Never thought that was going to last.
How about it?
The thing about you is just personality. It's nothing else either. You know? Here's Sam. Arizona, Sam.
Hey,
Hey, I just left the dispensary, and you guys are freaking me out quite a bit with all these scary superhero powers.
Well, I think it's the only reason to smoke marijuana is to sit around and think about weird things. There's no other reason for it, you know?
Yeah. It really gets the creative juices flowing.
Yeah, and sometimes they're bad creative juices.
Yeah, like you're not really thinking clever things. Like you don't need to write down any of those.
I mean, I am. I don't know what you're doing.
I remember I met one of the first people back when I was in Florida, and it was an older lady, and she had cataracts. She was one of the first people they were giving fucking weed to. And we were talking to her, and she just had these amazingly big glasses, and she was older. And we're saying, like, any other changes? She goes, well, I'm writing music now. And we all fell on the fucking floor. Because I don't think it helps you to write music unless you're an actual musician. You know what I mean? Then it probably helps. But a lot of people get high and think they're making fucking music on a little Casio.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
It's my sound.
Yeah. It's not happening to you, dude. Have you ever well, we might tell your marijuana story tomorrow for our 1-year anniversary. You know?
Happy anniversary.
Yes.
Yeah.
How
1 year.
lovely.
1 year, and we're going to make an announcement about Chris.
Oh, what's that?
Want to save it.
Okay.
Oh, my
I want to
goodness.
save it. I'll make sure 2 security guards are in here when I make the announcement.
Because I'll be so excited?
Yes. You'll be so excited, you'll be leaving directly with a small box. Like in the movies, people just leave with one box.
And there's a giant plant in it.
Yeah. It's like, I'm on my way out. 20 years I worked here. What is in there? Fucking stapler? Couple of pens?
You can't take that with you.
Yeah.
Stapler.
Only thing I would take is the sword, because it's still up there.
The sword?
The sword's still up there, yeah.
You better get all of our fucking prize closet shit, too. We'll be baying the fuck out of that. All right, take your thumb off line 2. Thanks. Hey, Steve, Bama Bound.
Hey, I was wondering, I've never heard anybody else say this, but a cotton ball, if you pick it up between your finger and your thumb and just press it together, it makes me almost want to puke. That's something
that I get.
The feel of cotton.
I have a cousin who has that exact same phobia.
Which one?
I didn't like talking about it.
She doesn't like the sound of cotton?
The sound, texture, everything about it, but like even the sound of it being pulled apart. She's disgusted by it.
I wonder if in a past life she was a cotton picker.
Could be.
Because a lot of people think things in this life fuck with you from past lives. I think that you just didn't exist then.
Yeah. I think that I had my throat slit in a past life. Because I think about it all the time, and I'm paranoid about it all the time.
Like I just have sore throats a lot?
No, but I protect my throat a lot.
That's why I always thought
sounds
you
a little
choke
strange.
yourself. You know what? You might be looking at your own future.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah.
That's a horrible
That's
death,
even
and I hope
worse.
it's not true.
I don't know. I've seen a movie when people get their throats slit. They just fall gently to the ground.
No, they gurgle out of it.
Yeah.
Like that. That's the part that I don't want to do.
That's how Chris sleeps.
Yeah.
Along with the dying part, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the worst part of it, really. The stopping of breathing.
I can't even talk about it without protecting.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I love scarves. You know, just a little
Well,
bit
that's
of
not going to
extra
save
padding.
you. No, that's not going to save you
I was wearing a
at
scarf the
all.
other day when it was warm, and a guy goes like this, "Hey, winter's over." I go, don't fucking worry, but yeah, it was an old man. He was sitting on the fucking table. He goes, hey, and he actually did this. He goes, hey, sir, can I stop you for a second? Winter's over. You don't need that anymore.
What a dick.
I thought it was fucking great, to tell you the truth. I just pushed him over, and I go, how are you going to get up now, old man? How are you going to fucking get up? That's the, you know what, the thing that I never loved either is something that always drove me crazy, and it was always the sound of the men working on the chain. I hate that in a fucking pop song. What is that doing?
The hoo-ha?
That's the sound of men masturbating. By the way, Chris only can masturbate. I shouldn't even say this, but he can only masturbate into a cereal bowl. It's the only way you can do it.
With cereal in it?
Cereal could be in
That
it.
would actually be odd.
Cereal
And then
could
you
be
eat
in
it?
but
Ew, Chris, is that what happens?
I don't eat my own cum.
You're so fucking blunt.
I don't feel.
Your bluntness.
Don't know why I have to say this.
Fucking disgusting.
But really I can only ejaculate into a bowl.
I'll give you another sound I never was crazy about, and that's flip flops.
I'm with you on that.
Yes, smacks the heel back up.
Yeah,
because it's never in rhythm, and it sounds like it should be.
Yeah,
you could just hear how poorly people walk.
What about like women who can't walk well in heels? That like horrible
or one heel is broken, and so you hear that extra clank.
I like when it looks like they got a corn cob up their ass. Just that thing, almost like Pee-wee during tequila.
That's one of my favorite things on a Friday night in the city, like seeing the girls, like the Bridge and Tunnel girls, and you're like, honey, you made a bad choice with those shoes tonight.
You'll see them crying about it sometimes.
Because it's like 9 p.m. and you are suffering already.
Gotta keep those flats in the
it'll
bag.
put you in tears. It's sick. What the shoes for women? It's
what are you
crazy.
gonna do? We like to see women with tiny feet. I like a woman who bounds her feet for me.
Yeah,
just keeps them as small as possible.
Yeah,
little fucking Asian feet. I want it to come about the size of a cat paw. Yeah, you know. Seriously, I want it to the fucking end of a billiard cue. I want it to be that little and blue, really blue. She's got her feet so
dainty.
Tiny. And I want the toes all over top of each other. I love when she just stacks them up all fucking crazy.
It's like a weird claw.
Yeah.
A tiny weird claw.
You just see those pictures. I'm always obsessed with that, though.
Oh, yeah.
But you can get boot foot like that, too.
Oh, yeah.
Steven Tyler has it. He's worn boots for so many years that when he takes his shoe off, the toes are just all over top of each other.
Yeah, and then the bunion just gets bigger and bigger, and then the toes start to shift. That's what happens.
Oh.
It happens with women in heels. So, like, these toes are shifting, and then that bone is coming out.
And then they wear an orthopedic sandal, and you can see it in the summer months.
Yeah.
Just stay in this summer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just fucking stay in with wet towels wrapped around your feet.
Oh, boy.
I never understood a foot fetish, but so many men have them. But you never run into a woman with a foot fetish, do you?
I think that women have a fetish for having their feet touched, but not like a man's foot.
Yeah, no,
they're like a woman could be like, I like when a guy touches my feet.
And kisses her feet?
Yeah, but I've never heard a woman be like,
Dude,
look at that man's
if
feet.
If that's true, you got a fucking payday coming your way. Because the amount of dudes that are interested in feet is stunning. And the reason why, they say, is because when you were a little baby crawling around on the floor, your mom was just walking by you and all you saw was their dogs back of them. And you're like, I love that lady.
Yeah.
I love that lady.
So it's like, not only is it weird, it's just incestuous.
I think everybody kind of, I know, you thought your mom was just gorgeous when you were little, right?
Yeah.
Chris, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Joey?
Loved her, yeah.
I thought my mom was stunning. Stunning.
Aww.
And one of my favorite things is when my dad would take my mom out to dinner and she would get all dressed up and I would be excited for her.
I'd be
like, she's so good. Yeah, and she would call it all dolled up. She goes, we're all dolled up. We're going out to this thing. You're like, this is fantastic. Let us know what you ate. And I'd be asking, like, what did you get? Was it a great night for you? I was just crazy about my mom.
There's something about the ritual of watching, I don't know, at least for girls, is watching the ritual of your mother get ready. Was
the makeup
very,
and stuff.
yeah, all that kind of stuff was so fascinating. Like they have all their stuff. They have all like makeup, and then there was perfumes and lotions, and like there was all this ritual to it.
What about just watching your dad put on his pants and start yelling up the stairs? Let's go! Let's go! All the lobster is going to be gone by the time we get there. I was really worried about seeing an empty lobster tank. It's fucking scary. I've done it myself. I'll be like driving up that fucking lobster tank is fucking empty. I'm gonna go buck fucking crazy on you bitches.
This is literally a conversation my family has never had about an empty lobster tank.
Your parents don't? Oh, because they're what, vegans?
No, but I mean,
it's like your dad worried that the asparagus wasn't there.
The garden's gonna be empty by the time we get there.
And Chris, you were mad for your mom? Were you a mama's boy?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Joey, same?
Yeah, I was a mama's boy.
Yeah, me too. I just wanted my mom around all the time. It's like, what's up?
If she left, I got worried. It's like, you all right?
Don't you miss Mom?
Aw, you guys.
One time I came home from school and she wasn't there, and I was pissed. She came back and I was acting like it was a chick I was mad at. I was like, I got home, nobody was here. And then you hear about latchkey kids, they got to do it all the time. And I was like, no. Matter of fact, this is how fucking crazy I was. If I would see a couple without kids, I'd be like, oh, those poor bastards.
They don't have
missing
the joy.
out the joy of
Really?
a fucking kid like me. Yeah, I felt like that.
I see them. I'm like, congratulations.
Well, now that I
You
get
did
older,
it.
I'm like, yeah, you got nothing but free time.
Yeah.
But when I was a little kid, I just thought kids must be the whole fucking
It's the
greatest
stuff of
thing.
Life.
Yeah.
No way. I knew from an early age I didn't want any of that at all.
Really?
Yeah. None of it.
Chris was the same way, right?
Oh yeah, like I would have like nightmares, like as a child, if like I thought like if my mother was pregnant and there was another child coming because we couldn't afford it.
It's really sad.
And now I just don't want children.
That breaks my heart.
I know he always has to fucking. Seriously,
I just am a selfish bitch. You like
we're sitting around
poor
talking about
and
childhood
stuff.
like it was a time of joy. You're fucking like a dead end kid. You know what I mean? You were like a lookout instead of a kid. Your life must have been a fucking nightmare, though, huh?
Not a lot of good memories. We went to the track a few times. That was fun.
Oh boy,
Jesus Christ! You know what? Save it for a fucking girl, because there's no way you're gonna get me feeling bad for you.
Were you a latchkey kid, or your mom was home?
No, he grew up in New York. They used to just have the fucking key on the end of a rope that they would bring down in a bucket. He would grab that and the crack that he wanted out of there.
Bucket kid. That's what they call me.
Well, no, there was nothing but parents home when he got home from school. Yeah. Neither one of them were working.
Makes
they
sense.
both were in the middle of a slip and fall. The only way, if his parents were in court saying that some fucking poor bodega had left, didn't salt the sidewalk.
It's a long day of hustling. Finally home.
Did your dad do slip and falls?
I know he was in a couple of like lawsuits early on.
I had an uncle that way.
Threw himself in front of moving cars.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. But he was also just getting arrested a lot also.
Sure. Well, you know what? When you got arrested back in the 70s and 80s in New York, you know you fucked up.
Yeah.
Because everybody was a criminal then.
I had something going on.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan in Long Island, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
So the sound of the bottom of the pizza on a paper plate makes my teeth feel like they're falling out.
Okay, what's this sound exactly?
That sounds romantic.
I'm glad when there's pizza on a fucking paper plate.
I mean,
just say thank
I
you.
love pizza, but I have to commit to eating the whole slice without putting it down, otherwise I'll pass out.
Why don't you get yourself a regular fucking plate?
Those are 80% of my meals.
It's terrible, Chris.
He has to commit to
So
eating
what
the
is
whole
it?
slice. I
It's
mean,
like
that's not
the crust
what
rubbing against the paper plate.
No, without putting it down, I mean.
He can't stand the sound of pizza on paper. It drives him fucking nuts. Have you tried a napkin?
Weirdo.
Well, you put it on a napkin, then the grease leaks through and gets all over your hand.
There's no pleasing you, Ryan. Just fucking sit down. You know what? Get yourself a Knish instead.
Get yourself some Corningware.
Yeah. No, I think it's bad. Like if a man can't get over something like that, too.
You think it's
it's your job by the time you get older. I understand all the stuff that bothers you when you're a little kid, but you get older, just like whatever, fucking happened. I don't care.
Yeah, there is a point that you have to. You can't just wholeheartedly embrace all your phobias. You actually have to get to the point. Like, it's one thing for me, Styrofoam. It's a thing that is in everyday life. So I'm not going to go running in the other room and saying, like, I can't touch it. Like, I don't like it. I'm uncomfortable with it. But I'm not going to let it ruin my life.
Well, you know what? That's a good point. But it's not only ruin your life, but if everyone, Better Call Saul is a fucking perfect example. If you got to go turning off the lights and leaving your phone outside because your brother's fucking made up a lie about electricity, then you're bothering other people with your weirdness.
Right.
You know? Just like if you have a certain perversion, find a girl who has that perversion. Don't fucking force it on somebody who doesn't want it. You know?
Yeah, there's all kinds of online dating. I'm sure somebody's got to come up with an app where you're just like, you put in your kink and it's like Kink Match or something.
Dude,
you should
what are you
DM
fucking
that.
around?
Buy that fucking
Hello?
Yeah,
You guys
why are you
get
saying it on the air?
Sorry,
Kink Match is the perfect
you can't say things like that. Trademark, say it. What do you say? Copyright.
Yeah. I already know fucking Chris's Kink Match. Cock and plenty of it.
No.
Like not just a little. I learned so much about Chris Stanley when I come in here. It's
he's
great.
a fucking freak.
Like what else? What else is going on?
That's his freakness.
Getting rosy cheeked.
Joe, what would you put down on Kink match?
I like handcuffing people.
Really?
Yeah.
You do? Really?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm into that.
Why?
Not letting them move their arms while I elope with them.
Elope with them?
No,
Yeah.
elope is not the word you're searching
Oh,
for.
Really? Did you run?
Like
take
you're
them
gonna
away
get
and marry them?
married?
Oh,
That's what elope.
oh my God! I've been confused for years.
Can you tell me you've been saying that in the bedroom?
I've been
He's
saying that a lot.
I want to elope with you.
He's sexting. I want to elope with you tonight.
Oh my God! I can't believe it. She's like running around telling all
This
her
probably
friends.
explains a lot then.
Oh man,
What could he be meaning? Grope?
No, I meant to say like have sex.
Like make love.
Make love. Yeah.
Sounds like elope.
Fuck.
I've thought elope was a different thing for quite some time now.
Oh
Is
my
this
God.
real? Is he being serious?
Yeah.
He's a fucking moron.
There's nothing worse than finding out that you've been saying a word wrong your entire life.
How many girls have
like
you
that.
asked to elope with?
God.
You wonder why they cry when you break up with them.
Yeah.
They're always crying. They always get attached.
What am I going to get a ring? He thinks it's a cock
What if he's
ring. It's like
actually
a comedy
married?
bears.
What if he's like married and he doesn't even realize it?
Well, here's the thing. I want you to sign up for this service. It's robot dating. It's up on the iBang. And what happened, the girl goes out with you, but just as you're basically taking a computer screen out that's on the end of this weird movable fucking stick.
Yeah, so this
It's
chick,
like a selfie stick? Wait, what?
it's kind of like that, but it's like the robot is attached to
It's got
a
wheels.
screen, and it's on wheels, and then like the face
Wasn't this
is
an
like
episode of The Big Bang Theory? I think Sheldon made this when he didn't want to go outside. In the
I know
real
it was
world.
on Modern Romance when the dad couldn't be there. But, Joe, would you try this?
Date a robot once?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would try it.
Can it give you hand jobs?
because this this chick is actually you can win a date with her.
So
really?
So,
okay.
Joe, I think you should put in, because right now people are sending in applications to win a date with Lucy the robot.
First she's a robot and then she's a real person?
She's a real person, but
Who
she
drives
uses
the robot?
She uses the robot to be on a date because she lives, I think, in Melbourne or something like that.
Florida?
No.
Oh, too bad. I know some people that are busting her fucking house. Here's the thing. We should do it with Joe, except we put Joe in a fucking robot.
Yeah.
So two robots on their first date together.
See, I don't fucking believe in dating robots, which I think, I'm going to go out of my way to say this. Any woman who uses a marital aid, a dildo, if you will, is fucking a robot if it has batteries in it.
There's a motor in it.
It's a
Thank
robot
you.
dick to you.
That's a robot dick. And you've turned on your species and you're having sex with the robots. That's why when a robot comes along, a woman will be like, what, a dildo on the end of a fucking fake guy? Sure. Why wouldn't I beg it?
Give me that right now.
Well, what about
Flashlight?
Flashlight.
Yeah, robot.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Is there a battery in a flashlight?
Some of them, yeah.
I think some of them
Robots.
have like mouths that move.
Yeah. So, some have.
It grips your penis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Kegel?
Yeah. It's like a Kegel. I guess it's nice.
It's a sexy Kegel.
I mean, it's cheating. All right. The TD is asking, ask Christina the best way to reheat pizza. It's
In a
the
frying
best way.
pan.
I do it that way too.
Yeah.
You put aluminum foil over the top of it though?
No, I never did.
That's what I do. 'Cause
That's
then
what, yeah, it'll
the heat-
bubble and
Well, yeah, the
create a
heat
thing.
traps in there, and then that heat that's trapped then melts the cheese.
Yeah,
so you're
you're
getting
melting
underneath.
cheese.
Nice. Okay.
But don't burn the bottom because, you know, a burn on a pizza bottom doesn't bother you, but the reheated burn
stinks.
Yeah, it stinks.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah. Any other way, you're just wasting your time.
Microwave? What are you doing?
You have to eat it with a fork and knife. Stupid.
Ugh, that's
Like a politician.
Stupid.
Oh, God.
Now, Queen Elizabeth said, by Ron's logic, I have fucked a robot I have named Fred. Yeah, I think once you name your dildo, right?
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing.
That's an entity.
I don't think you should.
No.
Shouldn't be that attached.
It's like naming your car.
Don't tell me you're fucking your car, honey. That would really make me feel bad.
Put it into Kink Match. See if anyone else is into it.
Kink Match. Place for you to find other people who fuck cars. Well, that's the thing about Kink Match, is at least you're saying we're all in this together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And then you're going to get exactly what you want. And what's more adult than that? Than saying, this is what I want. I know what I want.
Right.
I want to find somebody who wants the same things as me. You can do that with, what kind of life you want to have, lifestyle, family.
There's so many legs to this.
Yeah,
you
why
have to
not
get on it?
Yeah, it doesn't just have to be your perversion, but then what you want to do after your perversion,
Right. Now, the only thing I'm thinking is a problem, and we can work out this kink and Kink Match, is when you're just like going through and seeing people that you know, and then you have
I have no problem with that. I think it's fine.
Like us, what they like.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good point. Because you're going to be putting it up there like it's on your yearbook.
Right,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Which, by the way, everyone stop acting like I'm going to be your LinkedIn friend. It's never happening. I'm not signing up for LinkedIn. Stop sending it to my regular email.
You want to make that connection with them online?
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Say good luck with your work? I don't know why you want to be on LinkedIn with me.
That's one that I don't understand. I never got into it. And I get the email requests like, somebody has recommended you for LinkedIn.
Constantly.
Mm-hmm. Please don't.
There's salt and pepper.
Man, they came by and gave us a little wave. That was so cool.
They look great, too.
They do.
Salt and pepper's here.
Literally.
Unplug away from Christina.
Christina Palumbo's in studio. You can hear her on Raw Dog on Tuesdays at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 6 p.m. That's coming up in 3 hours. Mm-hmm. And she's on the Jay Thomas Show, which is on Comedy Greats Channel 94 at 4 p.m. East weekdays. And on Twitter, it's at Christina Palumbo.
All right, let's try to guess Vito's fucking kink. By the way, Italian guys have a way of being very fucking standard.
Right.
At least with their relationship women.
Yeah.
They're the last who say, no, that's the mouth that she kisses my kids with.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you, fucking 1800s?
Crazy.
You're not going to kiss them right after that. That's for the cuck. The cuck must do that. I'm going to say, I'm going to let you go first, Chris.
I feel like he likes to bring food into the bedroom.
I was going to say the same thing, like fresh mozzarella.
Some kind of a...
In the water.
Like a little caprese salad on
that might
it.
be a mean thing.
I said, and no one asked me to write this down.
Yeah.
Butt play for him.
Oh, he likes to have his butt
you like to
played.
be pegged?
Yeah.
Not like full peg, but just like a little something back there.
All right, little tick.
It's just like a little.
Joe, what do you got?
I wrote down shower sex. He likes to have sex in the shower.
I don't even know if that would make cake.
Not a kink.
Yeah.
For Italians.
That's a lot of work too.
I mean, the only way I think that's a kink is that if that's the only way you can do it. Then you're a fucking freak.
You're a dolphin.
Yeah. I'm going to say two things. Number one, he likes to put on a blonde curly wig. And
Cute.
Number two, the ball game has to be on. Or ESPN.
And then you try to make it like it's a kink. That's just something I'm into.
The Mets post.
Fuck.
Sliding into third.
Vito, what's your kink?
I have done a little of everything.
Right.
But it's funny, before you guys said it, I was like, I don't have any kinks.
Right.
And then everybody listened stuff like, I have watched baseball during sex.
Of course.
I have brought in food into the bedroom.
What food? What kind of food?
I brought a lollipop into the bedroom because I was drunk one night, and I just had it in my mouth, and I was like, I'm going to use this thing.
Was that for your ass?
No, I put it...
Her ass?
You didn't leave it there to dry, did you?
So...
Stuck to
Where'd you
herself.
put it,
I put it into a girl.
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
Come on!
What kind of, was it a blow pop? What was it?
Blow pop.
So there's gum on the inside.
no.
That's a disaster, Vito.
Oh, God! I didn't realize how bad of an idea it was, because after, when I went in with...
What?
It felt like I was going against like a glue trap.
Yeah.
Because it's getting stuck.
But what is your one fucking kink? If you're saying this is your thing, Vito's thing.
I'll eat ass.
Oh, Vito.
Now, is that to please her or you?
Everybody.
See, I'll say this. Now, if you're willing to do whatever the other person needs, is that a kink?
No, that's like
that's just a pleasing person.
Yeah, that's
or a
what
loving
women
or a
live-
loving person, one or the other. Maybe both.
Because I always think that that's a thing that the people are able to say, oh, whatever fucking turns you on, that's the reason why I'm here. You know what I mean? But I'm surprised how many people are just about themselves sexually.
Oh, yeah.
Like not even thinking about the other person. Where they would end up putting a blow pop on their fucking...
Basically a minor rape. That is.
No, it's not a rape. It's
A minor rape is what happens when you babysit children.
No.
No, she was probably just, she was just game.
Did she like it, the lollipop?
She liked it at first until the sticky thing.
I'd be like, get that thing away from me. Don't even dare.
What if it was herb, though?
Well, then all right.
Yeah.
I'll try anything once.
Sure. They just showed a picture of Biden riding by himself in a bus. And I just have a feeling he was, oh, dude, get that fucking kid out of there, please.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
The flooding is freaking me out. That's pronounced Houston.
On Houston?
By the way, they look like they're fucking swimming there.
Yeah, that could say that.
They have tubes and bathing suits on.
But then I don't
That
realize
doesn't seem
that's
safe.
I'm telling.
What? No.
See,
Maybe
this
they're
is
trying
why
to
I don't
work
want to
it
have
out.
kids because they're fucking stupid.
I know that lady's laughing on Fox, so it must be bad. It must be okay.
Is that right? That's right outside, right? Yeah.
Yeah, let's run over there and just start yelling, "Yay, Trump!"
Yeah, give me some.
You voted today, Christine?
I did.
Tell us who.
Bernie Sanders.
Oh,
That's right.
Bernie Sanders seems to be leading in this place.
Mm-hmm.
Vito, you're not even registered, right?
No, I don't want to do jury duty.
Oh, Vito. It is
Vito,
civic
first of all, no one would like jury duty better than you.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, you would love it.
You get a meal.
Yeah, you
to
get paid.
You
to
like
sit
probably
there.
talk to all the jurors, potential
It's
jurors.
like a live Law and Order.
My mom has always
SVU.
said really bad things about it, so I didn't think
You'd enjoy it.
You're nothing like your mom.
Yeah, she's a sweet old lady.
She's not old, dude.
Yeah, come on, Jesus.
She's still, as they say, in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got to wrap this one up. Well, I know you got to go to work.
I do.
What are you guys doing today?
We've got a woman named Jody coming on, and she has a service animal, a very strange service animal, a turkey.
I was going to say service snake. I know more and more people get angry about anyone having service animals.
Yeah, because I guess it's easy to fake it.
I tried to take my dog into the voting area today, into the school, and I was stopped by the worst person in the world. She was so rude. Why do you think you could bring that in here? My dog is 7 pounds. All I needed to do was 2 little dots and I'm out of there. She made me go home, drop my dog off, and come
Wow.
back. It was awful.
I didn't know that you couldn't bring a dog into a school.
7-pound dog.
I think they would love
It's
it.
not like a boxer. Nuts.
What are we going to do to make Birdie a service animal?
I don't know. She has the disposition for it.
She does. She makes everybody feel better, too.
She's very, affectionate.
Oh.
She's chill.
Yeah. Maybe we can just make certification cards.
I kind of feel like
online.
Chris is my service animal.
We need
You're going to
bus.
be with me tonight at my side when we do Unmasked at the Village Underground.
I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
8 p.m.
Oh, was it 8?
It's an 8, yeah.
Fuck. It's a little later than I thought. For some reason, I thought it was going to be 7.
8 p.m.
I'm glad I checked in then. Be down there like an animal for fucking an hour, just walking around like an idiot. All right. That's it for us. Anything left we got to plug?
Christina Palomo's been in studio. She's on Raw Dog Tuesdays at 8 a.m., 11 a.m.
Well, this
and
is Tuesday.
6 p.m. today. And then on Jay Thomas, it's on Comedy Greats, Channel 94, 4 p.m. East weekdays.
Thanks,
She's our
guys.
buddy.
Thank you so much.
She's our pal. And that's it. See you guys again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!